on? If y'all are probably wondering what's going on, have I been locked up? You know what? Mentally, I could be. Emotionally, I probably was. Handcuffed only once in my life, but that's it, neither here nor there. Anywho, what's going on, guys, gals, ghouls, girls, goblins, those with diverse selection, and all those that just want to be a fly on the wall, but your mama has a fly swatter. Just don't get hit in these streets. What's going on? Shit. I'm so excited. We have a wonderful special guest. I see him sitting in the background. I can't wait to bring him in. I'm so excited about this. But we have a new show this week. I know y'all probably saying, damn, when are y'all going to go back to weekly episodes? Actually, this will be the beginning of the weekly episodes. I want to say we have probably roughly about 6 or 7 more episodes before the end of the season. But we'll see how everything goes from that point. Hey now, what's going on, Quentin? Hey now, come on, good evening to everybody. It's gonna be a hootenanny tonight. Think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully y'all can hear me pretty well. These old pods are charged fully. For whatever reason, this damn update in my fucking blue mic does not work. Please, blue mic, if y'all are watching, can y'all please go ahead and get this software update situated? Because I got 2 mics I can't use with this old MacBook. Please, Jesus. We call upon you right now in the holy. Just please, just surround us with blue mics so we can go ahead and not have to use it except for our earpiece and I can speak into the people. That's where we are. All right, before we get into the show, let me see who I got. I got Brother Calhoun in the back. I got the Lord Jesus. Hey, Bernard. I see Bernard the empath. My God, you better be empathetic in these old frigid streets. And speaking of, later on in the episode, we gotta talk about a couple of things that are very important because here in Texas, if y'all didn't know, I had woke it at oh shit, I was up at 5:30. Well, the intent was, I'm like, you know what? Yay, I'm gonna go to work. Woo! Hey, Texas had a different situation and a set of agenda that I could not control. So guess what I was? Back at 6:30. After I done warmed the car up, windows all defrosted, then scraped the ice. Hold on, I know that might sound strange for people that are, hearing me say this. In Texas, I had to scrape ice and snow and sleet off my vehicle. Yes, I did that last night and I had to do it this morning, but yet that ice wouldn't let me make it, my God, today. So guess what? I slid on ice and slid my ass right back in the house. So guess what? I was still covered and kept. As you can see, I'm still lotion pretty good. Get into this lotion. If y'all don't understand, I need y'all to get into the ministry. Ponds, ponds, ponds. Even if you're not a white woman, get you some ponds. Now, it's 2 types though. Again, this moment is not a paid advertisement, but again, get you some ponds. It's good for elbows. Look, girl. Good for cheekbones. You see, look here. Pulled in. Did I tell you I was pulled in and still didn't sleep well and woke up? Pulled in. My God. Come on. Is that HR and certified clinician in the background? Come on, you better bring it into the room. All right, enough of my ranting on. Y'all already know I'm about to tell y'all. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Child probably on Pornhub too. I don't know, but make sure to go ahead and check us out at Weekend Pearls. That's Weekend Pearls with a Z. Weekend Pearls with a Z. And if you happen to want to be a guest on the show, have any particular words you want to share with us, you just fat out just fucking disgruntled, or you want to say, hey now, go ahead and hit us up at weekendpearls@gmail.com. That's Weekend Pearls with the Z at gmail.com. Again, like, subscribe, and share. Also, too, thank you for last week. I don't know what y'all had going on, but apparently we had a stream of emails that came in from various social media accounts. Y'all shall remain nameless, and I want to let y'all know I'm not a whore, and I need y'all to understand. Y'all cannot keep sending me these things that are not the things. Some of this stuff that y'all doing with y'all bodies is real unholy. And as far as I understood, because I am in the Bible Belt here in Texas, godliness, cleanliness, godliness. Some of y'all just flat out just unholy and just gonna be heathens for the rest of y'all life. So please, I'm just asking y'all, don't send that stuff in the emails, please. Not a weekend person Gmail. Just Mm-mm. I just want you to know it's not normal for me to have an email about have an email about Goldie Gummies. Next thing you know, I don't know this email, and then boop, a dick just pops out. Hey, I want to let y'all know that is very unfriendly. That's scary, and that's not hospitable. That's it's just not. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in our wonderful empath first. Oh, come on now. What's going on? Impact. You are is you wearing it? Is you wearing it? Dirt is not a color. We'll cover that later on tonight. My God. We got plenty of that. The girls have been dirty way too long. How are you doing this evening, love? You I hate you so much. Again, I'm not locked up. I think I'm almost hold on. Yeah. It's over just a little bit, but yeah.
Girl,
I almost got it right. Huh?
Child, what you done did now? Who you done beat up? Bitch, who?
I don't have the shackles. I don't have the shackles. I'm not going to jail. I promise y'all, I'm not going to jail in 2022. I'm not claiming that. Y'all can have that. And guess what? I'm over here glowing. I got my good lights going. The green screen is going. We got all the things we got going. Okay. How are you doing today? And thank you for representing Weekend Pearls.
Baby, when you said ponds, I was like, ooh, let me run up in here real quick and do a little tap on my face because as y'all can see,
I feel as though people are not going to say anything because, for one, I have been saying this for the past 3 years on the podcast. This thus far, I said ponds will keep you hydrated. Your elbows will be good. Your earlobes will be good. Look, this facial thing will be good. Look, you can get up in the crevice and the crevices. You can get all the things. But I tell you what, you will stay moisturized. But I tell you what's happened is that the travel size of ponds, every man and woman and child pretty much should have a little travel size of ponds, either in their armrest, in their purse, their man purse, or my poo as we call it, or your child's, along with some gum, because some of y'all kids breast stink in the morning, gum and ponds in their backpack on the way to school. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Okay, ponds. That's where we are. All right, let me go ahead and so that's all I got. So I'm gonna bring it in. Hold on. Well, hello, sir. Thank you so much. I'm glad you cleared this up. Certified clinician and HR specialist for Weekend Pearls. Hey, how are you?
You better come through.
You better give me the titles that belong to you. I'm excited to have you on. No one knew that you were coming, but you know, as I said last week on the show, HR is always watching. HR is going to send me some type of note from legal. Click, click, click. Let's run across the screen. So thank you for joining us this evening. And last but not least, I get to bring him into the room. None other than brother Darren Calhoun, a.k.a. you can find him at Hey Darren, also at DarrenCalhoun.com. I advise y'all just go to the website. Speaker, musician, photographer, advocate, a really nice person. I have yet to have anybody say anything negative about this man, this grown intellectual man. So, Darren, welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you on here.
Look, welcome.
Look, welcome.
Good to meet everybody.
You know what? So, Darren, Bernard, that he's a little touched, but we still love him. That's Bernard.
It's all love. It's all love.
And of course, my wonderful certified clinician and HR specialist. He's on the books for Weekend Pearls, none other than Justice. He's here with us as well. So I'm excited to have you. I'm so excited to have you.
It's good to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you. So we're technically missing two of my wonderful co-hosts. I'm not sure if everybody's going to be in the land of the living this evening, but we're soliciting. Oh my God, today
they in the land of the living. They just don't say that.
They just won't be on live.
They in the land of the living.
Hold on. What you know what?
They in the land of the living.
Look, from no text messages, I don't know. I don't know. I can't look. I can pray for you, but I can't save your life. Indirectly, I can say something, but I can't say something. So yes. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start, y'all. It's so much stuff that's going on in the world.
It's a lot.
I had a last minute thing to come in about bed. Who was it? Was this who was it? Let me go back on her. Bath and Body Works. Okay. I'm not going to even give them two swings on this one, but I'm gonna say this out loud. First off, I know it's Black History Month. I've been knowing this since I've been alive, and I think I'm the eldest in the room. Hey, question: do you think that all Black people they gravitate towards animal prints and things of cheetahs and leopards and things?
Yes.
I'm just asking for a friend because I understand marketing.
We do.
And we have seen celebrities and they fashion over and the prints of animals and things. If I'm wrong, correct me. And then hold on, wasn't it a watermelon lemonade candle that was on the table that they set along with this? Hey, question. For anybody, if you got Lord, I didn't made HR probably writing something, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get in trouble in a minute. I have a question. Watermelon lemonade, and this also a scent or a candle that was going on with this display as well. I got a question. I like more than watermelon. I like cantaloupe. I like honeydew. I like mango. I like papaya. You know what? I actually like Granny Smith apples. I'm just all American. I try to diversify my palate as much as possible, but I'm really concerned. Why is it always we had watermelon sugar, and then now hell we got watermelon lemonade candles sitting up here with animal and cheetah prints and all types of shit. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me, y'all. It wasn't on the list, but I got this at exactly. I got this as exactly 7:40 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I just was like, you know what? I'm not even taking a picture. I'm not doing shit, but I wanted to talk about it, and it just disturbed my feelings. And so, Quentin, yes, you're absolutely right. What are your feelings on Whoopi? Oh Lord.
Oh, we done crossed on over already, huh?
We have. I didn't look. I don't make the news, thank God, because I am really good at staying out of trouble. But I just report it every now and again.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get to this because I don't want to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm trying to make sure that HR has not sent anything, so I'm doing really good tonight. I'm excited about that. Did I have one for her? Let me look and see. I think I did. All right. So, here we go on Whoopi. So far as everyone should know at this point, if you have not watched the news or you're just a recluse, yes, Whoopi has been suspended from The View as of right now. She is on a 2-week suspension in reference to her comments regarding the Holocaust. I have had a lot of feedback sent to me. What am I going to say? I'm going to hold my mule and I'm going to share this whole conversation because we have a guest and I want him to have the first dig at this. So Darren, hey, so what are your thoughts on this? I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna sit because I'm gonna be the last one to just jump in on this. So go ahead, take it over.
Whoopi's been interesting. Let's just start there. Like Whoopi has this background where she's often implicated in maybe unnuanced ways about racial topics. Like she has this collection of like racist tropes of dolls and toys and figurines that, yes, it's an important part of history, but also this is what you collect. Like this is what you invest in keeping around you. So Whoopi as a person has, she can say some good stuff, but I think a couple things are happening with the story, right? Like she says something that easily gets misconstrued, I think, because we don't have very nuanced conversations about what race is, what ethnicity is, what the Holocaust even is. And she ends up in hot water. And because people try to do this, well, we're all one race and everyone needs to be treated the same without accounting for all the other stuff that's true, you end up getting what I would agree with one of the commenters. It's an overreaction. Like I don't know that suspending her was going to do anything for anyone. But again, in the same breath, it's just like, yeah, there's a better way to say what she was aiming for. Um, but yeah, it was not my favorite way to say it. So I don't want to take all the time, but
no, go for it. Look, pull that thing back. Go ahead.
Oh.
Look, we're gonna get it because there are going to be moments when it shakes the table, and that's okay because hey, when you own it, it's yours. So I'm saying, why not? Like, go for it. I say, go for it.
Okay. Well, so in talking about the Holocaust, we have this tension of an oppressed people group whose story and the ways they've been hurt hasn't been talked about very well, or it's been used as a way to delegitimize what their suffering was. And we need to address that. We need to look at that. I think Whoopi was trying to, and maybe I shouldn't even speak on what she was trying to do, but it sounded to me like Whoopi was aiming to say, people have done harmful, problematic things,
right?
And so let's look at what's harmful and problematic. She wasn't saying nothing happened. She wasn't saying their suffering isn't valid. She just said some things in a way that kind of murkies the water rather than clarifies it. Okay. So yeah, did she say that the Holocaust wasn't about race? That's what she said. Was the Holocaust about race? It depends on how you understand race. Like, it's a construct. It's made up by humans. It was an effort to extinguish an entire group of people that you might look at it as a race, or you might look at it as a religion, or you might look at it as an ethnic culture. But whatever way you look at it, it's a real thing that happened. And saying it's not about race doesn't exactly advance us to addressing the harm, which I think she wanted to do but missed the mark on. So I feel like for us to do better, it's not okay, well, we need to punish Whoopi now because she did a bad. It's more like, no, let's actually have this conversation. Let's talk about what all this stuff is. Because if we just banhammer everybody the way that white men get, we claim white men get it. We only do it every so often. Then nothing really happens. We just become punitive. We're punishing folks. But if we have more of the conversations instead of waiting for Black History Month to ban a black on-air host. So I read somewhere somebody was like, why, instead of taking her off the show for a week, why don't you spend the month talking about oppression? Why don't you spend the month talking about the Holocaust? Why don't you spend a month talking about the parallels between that genocide and Black genocide and the Native Indigenous American genocide? Why not do that? What's these 2 weeks going to do for anybody involved? So
I have to hold my tongue. There's so much I want to say.
Say something then.
Go ahead. I'm going around the room, but Noah, you up next. What you got for me? I told you it's a lot. It's a lot. But Noah, do you got something?
I don't know.
Bernard is
because I never heard what she actually said. So, but in detail though, any other co-hosts, y'all don't suspend except the only one that y'all. No, that's never mind. That's talk.
No.
The talk.
Continue. Go right ahead and continue that thought because that is that I.
Because I was gonna say when Sharon did what she did, she got it's time you gotta go. But my thing is for the co-hosts there at the View, some of them ladies said some worse things about other races and allegedly did not get suspended for 4 weeks. Allegedly.
Oh my God. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's so cute. That is so cute. My goodness.
But then I heard she gets suspended for 2 weeks. But yeah, you really got to, when it comes to stuff like that, you have to get your thoughts together and make sure that what you're meaning to say is what you're meaning to say.
Right.
Because if it can cross that line of, oh my God, did she really just say what she said? And what is she really trying to say? Yeah, it can make you look bad. I mean, it can make you look good or bad. That's my 2 cents on it.
Well, I know HR, they're having technical difficulties, but I'm pretty sure he's going to come back in. So just to bring everybody into the room, in regards to what Whoopi said, it basically goes down to that Whoopi stated that, with race was not a factor in the Holocaust. That's really what it amounted to. It's a summation of this, very simple. For me, Whoopi says what she says. For the most part, I really like Whoopi. I really do. I think she's very outspoken. Definitely love her banter. I do. Sometimes her rhetoric goes kind of past me on some stuff. Like, sometimes you gotta just move your coaster and maybe you gotta scoot over to the other side of the couch. Sometimes, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But I will say this. What really just struck a nerve in me was the fact of, like, wow, not even 2 days in Black History Month, let's go ahead and suspend her. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's make her the example in the month that, quote unquote, she belongs to. Found it extremely offensive. Second, Meghan McCain, God bless her heart. God bless her heart.
And all
things, and all her parts. God damn it, you show right. And I'm sitting here like, well, I don't remember a time. And again, this is from what I recollect. I mean, it might not be entirely fact, but from what I understand, I don't recall a time that she was actually suspended. I think that maybe she had issued an apology or something here and there. But as far as a suspension,
yeah, she apologized.
Apologized. So I don't think that she ever was on suspension, but I know that she issued apologize every now and again. And I don't get that. I just, as much as Meghan McCain said, she said there's so many derogatory things in regards to plenty of people. Between ethnicities and nationalities.
Right.
Everyone was up for grabs. She really made a lot of people uncomfortable. And again, I understand that she's a conservative, XYZ. Nothing wrong with that. But
doesn't mean you don't have to care about people.
Right. Technically. A lot of times a lot of times with her, I just think that the things that she spewed from her mouth lacked empathy. And also, too, worldly knowledge in the fact of you have a platform that your words mean something and people pay attention. And I think that, based upon her father being, this wonderful politician and everybody liked him and, he served this country and, no one can say anything bad about him. But that does not garner the same respect for you. Like, he earned what he earned, beyond you. Like, how do you assume his respect and wear it as a shield and think it's going to work? Because a lot of times the things that she would say were just I'm sorry, just fucking irate and didn't make any sense. Like, but this is the thing with Meghan, because Meghan will pull out, she go ahead and get her hair braided back. Some of the shit that just tickled my spirit. Because, I pay attention to things. All this appropriation, she'd be real quick. She come up here, she got little twigs and shit in her head. And, one time she had a little bead or I think it was a metal ring. Or I'm sitting here like, wow, did anyone miss that? Is it just me that saw that? Like, what in the hell? So back to Whoopi. Because Meghan is a whole, she is a napkin that's dirty and you keep folding it to try to wipe your hands on, but you still got a dirty napkin. That's how I feel about Meghan McCain. I'm sorry. Okay. She's not washed. She's unclean. And yes, she's a napkin you keep folding, trying to find a clean spot. You just can't do it because it's dirty. Now, as far as what Whoopi said, I'll be honest, and I've had several conversations with several people in regards to what she said, because even growing up here, so for those that don't know and how Texas operates. And again, I'm not saying Texas is better than any other state. Trust me, I am nowhere near that moment in my life, nor will ever be. But I will say this is that For those that don't know, with education here in Texas is very interesting. Not only do you learn U.S. government, you learn Texas government. So not only do you learn U.S. history, but you learn Texas history. For those that don't understand, when it came down to the Holocaust, from what Whoopi said, aligned with what I was taught. So I was confused as to how she got reprimanded, and I had to go back and do some research. And I'm like, oh shit, I now get why there were so many people upset. Because from way that we were taught, it wasn't about race. Because the way that we were taught, you had white people versus white people. Just to be frank and honest. Mm-hmm. So it was a race thing per se, but we always thought that, okay, so their religion, that was the big thing. That was the reason it was a difference. That was the difference because of the religion, excuse me. But as far as the race thing, that wasn't a big deal. No. Because the way that we were taught, we were to assume that Jewish equals white.
And at this point in the game, it does equal that. But they haven't talked about how whiteness or the quality of being white is a thing that people had to get into. They had to give up some stuff so they could access the power structure, because that's all it is. It's about who can own land, who can have power, who can have money. And so that's part of it. You know, we could get into a whole conversation about Texas and its educational system, especially as opposed to anywhere else in the world.
We're just happy to have power on, okay? We're glad that because we have our own specific power grid, not the East or the West. It's East, West, and Texas, because we have our own. I'm just waiting for us to be annexed. I feel like, it's going to be Mexico, the state of Texas, the United States of Texas, and then the United States. That's where we are.
There was that at one point.
It surely was. We learned that in Texas history.
I'm always curious to know if they taught it as this was a way to preserve enslavement. And
No, not at all. Nope, not at all. I promise you, nope.
Right. They wanted to be a part of Mexico, but Mexico was like, no, we're not doing the slavery thing. And they were like, oh, F that. We're going to be our own country. And to this day, still think they are their own country.
Well, you know what? Hey, so anybody that's watching Weekend Pearls today, I just ask that you go ahead and solicit and write all your wonderful politicians in your state and see if they're willing to build a wall for you too. Just asking. Hopefully the wall can keep out COVID and you don't blame it on somebody else.
Interesting.
I know. Ask Florida. Lord. If I could sneeze, I would, but hey, I wear a mask every day, vaccinated, had the booster. You know what? I'm not out here flailing and frolicking like Bambi before the forest fire. I'm not. I'm minding my business.
The trauma.
I know, right? Look, you too can prevent a forest fire.
Imagine that.
I know. So the consensus is, man, I will say this to everybody that's watching. So much misinformation and information missing precedes us in a lot of things sometimes when we're out in the public and we're speaking. Is it an unfortunate situation? Yes and no. Is it a teaching tool? Absolutely. Is this unfair? My eyes, yeah. Because again, you've had plenty of other people on this show that did not get the same treatment. And Sharon Osbourne is a whole situation. That's a whole different network, whole different situation. Look, I'm not going to intermingle them because those situations are two different things. And no, I want to be civil in my presentation because we do have a guest. I'm not trying to show out in front of Darren.
Lord.
I don't want to be uneducated today because I feel the ignorance, it seeps in every now and again.
It rises up.
Yes, it does. Just
sometimes it's just like fire.
Oh Lord. Find
Mhm.
the fire extinguisher quickly and immediately. Oh, speaking of going on to better things, again, we're going to bring up Black History Month in a good positive light. And I'm going to implore all the people that are watching, and for those that are employed from these Fortune 500 companies, hey, how about this? How about you join the diversity team when getting ready for Black History Month? Two, another suggestion. How about we diversify these PowerPoints and slides and really dig deep and find different people, because there's plenty that have really proven to be instrumental in how we live on day to day. Just
Well,
saying,
it won't
beyond the
happen if you
normal.
wait to. It won't happen if you wait to January 31st to start that work. Oops. Who said that?
If you wait on change, you'll be waiting till you're dead.
Hello.
There we are. So, hey, for those that are listening, you're part of those diversity and inclusion teams. Hey, do something different. Go beyond the major key players sometimes. Go and find different things about different people and introduce them, because, again, the more knowledge, the better we can be. Um, damn. I
I just need to say something on that too.
Go ahead. Just
I
just go for it. Just have fun.
I I teach equity, diversity, and inclusion, and I help lead it in one of my nonprofit organizations.
Mhm.
And the thing about it is that even this idea that there were like major certain people who are like the cause, it doesn't take away anything from Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. But let me
Right.
tell you, they were parts of teams. And rather
Mhm.
than us telling the story of the thousands of people who were involved in
Mhm.
making change and who've been doing work, and that those people were just elected to be the face of this much larger movement,
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of us telling the story about how people's collective power incited change, we make individuals into grand, larger than life heroes so that no one ever believes that they can be a part of making change happen the way they did. And that's why we have to change this narrative. It can't simply be, oh well, we need another Martin Luther King. No, we have lots of Martin Luther Kings, and we have lots of Rosa Parkses, and we have lots of other people who are completely empowered and doing the process of making change. But because, and I've seen it, and this is no dig on Jesse Jackson, because somebody's waiting for Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton to come in and lead the march, you're like, no, y'all kill the people who make change, so we're not gonna do that anymore. You shoot them dead. We not. Mm-mm.
You find a way to you find a way to their demise, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much,
Oh,
some type of
there's
way.
no ifs ands or buts about it.
Right.
Like, King getting killed was completely at the failure of the United States government, and they eventually admitted it in the court of law. But until we get our national story straight, until we stop telling these stories of the founding fathers being heroes and they were fighting for freedom, we are not going to see what the real stories are, which is that slave revolts have been happening through the entire history of enslavement, that there are lots of people who created all kinds of things that were absolutely critical to this country existing. The fact that they didn't know, they came from Europe and had no clue how to farm this land. And if it hadn't been for indigenous folks, and if it hadn't been for the collective wisdom of black folks who had been scientists and farmers and astronomers, knowing how the stars and the seasons work, if it hadn't been for them, this country would be broke, poor, and dead. At least from the perspective of the colonizers. So I'm just saying, like
So what you're saying?
we
I'm
is all
asking a
black
question.
history.
Yeah. So what you're saying? Somebody had to pave the way, and someone had to be on the backs of somebody else to get where we are.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just saying.
Oh. Oh, I knew this episode was gonna go deep. I already knew. I already knew.
I
I
need you
gotta talk.
to preach this Bible story. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Tell us this
I,
Black History Month Bible
you
story.
know what? Before I do, oh, I got people coming in the background. I love when people come in the room and start teaching. Look at God. Let's see. HR is really, what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and get HR pulled in. Let me see. HR, I see you circling. Bear with me, y'all. If y'all just not tuning in, thank you for tuning in Weekend Pearls. I'm so excited. I got my wonderful clinician, certified that is, an HR specialist who also teams up with our legal team that ensures that I'm not in trouble at any given point and is always quick to go ahead and put something in the comment for me to flash across so I don't get my ass in trouble. Who else is in? Why do I see? Hold on, let me kick this baby out. Let me remove it.
Oh Lord, somebody's been ejected from the chat.
No. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Oh.
It's an ongoing joke. Just hey, it's an ongoing joke behind technical difficulties. You'll learn it real quick. It's a joke going on. So let me see. Yeah, so we have HR in here. Hey, HR. HR, did you have anything before we add this wonderful this young gentleman in here? Because we're missing the light bright. I'm gonna do a SOS and see how you doing. Lord, HR is frozen in position. Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Look, make him whole. Make him
loose
whole.
here.
This connection does not like me, so I don't know what
it's coming. We got to keep praying.
Right now, if y'all are watching Weekend Prayers, we are soliciting all the prayer warriors
lift your hands
and those
right now,
that are available to lift your
screen.
We need you because thank you, Benoit, because we need you right now.
God, we need you like a high-speed internet connection.
Woo! Hell, if it's not Wi-Fi, look, get connected and use your Ethernet. Come on.
Stay connected to the true vine.
Look, and stop using that 5-foot Ethernet cord. Go for the 15 or 20 because some of y'all are not connected the way you should be.
My God.
Go to Home Depot. That's a different conversation. Hey, I love Home Depot. I can make some stuff happen. Hold on. Look, hold on. Let me see who we got. Is he back there? Hold on. What's going on?
Shit, sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
Yes,
Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks.
High and lifted up. The earth is who you are.
Amen. Preach. I was here with you.
You was communing with the ancestors. That's all.
It was.
Mm-hmm. This is liberation right there.
So the chosen one, hello. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm glad to see you this evening. We have our esteemed guest, Darren Combs, here.
Hi. Hey, I'm sorry, that was a bad introduction. I wasn't ready.
You know what? Look, sometimes you just have to introduce yourself as you are and just keep moving. That's okay. Either you do or you don't. That's it. Like, you already know how we get down here on the show. All right. I'm trying to see if HR. Jesus Christ, so Darren, just bear with us in the midst of all of this because, dang, really. Okay. I'm sending my SOS. I do apologize for the inhibition in the middle of all this. Let me go ahead and get this thing going. Y'all bear with me. Where are we all? So y'all can see this right quick. You should know this woman, who she is by now. My God. That is Marie Van Britten Brown. For those that don't understand, that don't have a security camera in their house, shame on you because they are stealing in these streets every day. This woman, this awesome woman, is the inventor of the first home security system. And again, she's also credited with the invention of the first closed circuit television. Hold on, let me go back. Did y'all hear me when I said what I said? It wasn't Ring that created this. It wasn't ADP that did that thing.
No ADT, baby. ADT.
It wasn't no ADP. So again, yes, Mother is the one that created that. And if you try to figure out what that is the actual diagram for the patent for her. And as you can see, it says the home security system utilizing television surveillances. So if you did not know, that is the mother of all things. So your security systems, we have to give credit where credit is due. So if anybody tells you any different, shame on you. And we'll have the link on the YouTube as well as Facebook and YouTube as well as Twitter. So I'm gonna put that up there. But again, for those that are claiming credit, y'all owe Sister Britton Brown all her kudos and her flowers because again, that was her idea.
Could you put that picture up again for a second?
You know what? Not a problem. Hold on, get into it.
Because I want you to get into. I want you to get into how specific this was. She said, "I am chilling in my bed, and I don't need to get up out of bed to see who this is at my door. Because you know, black people, we don't do unannounced visitors." She was uninvited to stay home. She was showing up for the culture.
She knew
before
then.
Anybody else was ready.
She knew then.
Because you know, white folks just run to the door. Hey, come on in. That's not our ministry.
Lock your door.
That's
Lock
not
your
our
door.
ministry. So she said, I need to be able to be in my bed and know who's. You see that face? That face says, I don't play. That face says, don't come to my house, knocking on my door, bothering me and my children. And she said, let me make sure that we got one for the kids' height, for the average height, and for the tall height. Because what you're not going to do is catch a black woman lacking. That's all I got to say. Amen.
Again.
Not today, Satan.
At all. At all.
Not never.
Not never. So bear with me. I want to say that I am probably going to get in trouble. Give me a moment. No, I'm not. Okay, good deal. I'm not going to get in trouble.
Oh, Lord.
Look, no, HR. You know, HR always send me stuff. So HR.
Fuck HR.
Y'all bear with me.
Oh.
No.
The truth will make us free.
What? Oh, hold on. Can we say this since this is Black History Month? Oh, it's on my spirit.
No. I've been fired from like 6 or 7 jobs, so HR is not my friend. That's all.
No.
I don't bug with HR at all.
No.
No,
I'm not saying, not in reference to you.
One time I was sexually harassed. I couldn't even go to him because I was so scared of him. I said no.
Since we're talking about truth, and I know I had said this, I'm gonna tell you how bad this was, and I'm gonna say it because again, this is Black History Month, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bless us with the room. But I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna piss a lot of people off because I know I pissed a lot of people off when I said it.
Keep in mind,
you're
talking to someone who was once fired on MLK Day.
Oh, you had to work hard for that.
No. Are you serious?
To be fair, it was a British company and they don't really MLK like that. So hence why we had to work that day in the first place. But yes, it was just ironic how I don't think they realized it, but yeah, it was definitely MLK Day.
So that's what had happened.
That's what happened.
Wow. Well, this also should be a month for healing, and I'm gonna say this, and I know I pissed a lot of people off. This was something I said, and I know it triggered a lot of people, but this will go into some other stuff later on in the show. And I'll say this, and for those that don't believe in God or believe in God to a third degree, however you so desire, that's cool too. Look, praise him when you need to. Hopefully you praise him just to be praising, but that's not my argument or fight. But one of the things I did say, and I know it stirred up and pissed a lot of people off, but my thing is, and I go back to this truth and honesty piece. If you are going, how are you able to be honest with God if you can't even be honest with yourself?
Easy.
You said easy?
God already knows who you are before you know yourself. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So God wasn't the one who was getting fooled.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh, technical difficulties. Please stand by. Oh, there you go, Bernard. There it is. I got my sign ready. Technical difficulties. So this is...
I want to know how y'all doing all that from the county jail, baby, because you in the holding tank. How y'all doing all that?
You know, there's people on the inside that get you a little something. I'm sure Tori's out there doing what he got to do, flailing.
First off, I'm on my business. First off, look, this is holy right
here.
Look,
clearly you didn't mind your business that hard because look where you at, baby.
You know they put Paul and Silas in the jail too.
Oh, come on now.
And at midnight.
This is about to go elsewhere. I knew it was headed.
Pass me
So,
by,
hey,
oh gentle
so any given moment,
Savior.
it might go there. So, hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We keep it real lively here at Weekend Pearls. We do. So I'm glad you weren't
Whoop,
on
whoop,
the
and
next
whoop.
episode because yeah. But hey, you're always more than welcome to come back if you want. All right, so we're gonna go into shit. Oh my god, I don't. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. Okay, so we have a message from HR. HR apologizes for the technical issues. Please bear in mind all opinions are for entertainment purposes are not intended to incite misinformation or discuss parties in this broadcast. Again, it
But I
takes a
bet if I
team.
was having technical difficulties, you would fire me.
I wouldn't fire you.
I was talking to HR.
Oh,
Clearly, there's past trauma there.
Like deep.
welcome to Black. Hold on, can we?
Deep.
Welcome to Black History Month, where everything is not taboo, and we just need to go ahead and put this thing out there. I'm sorry, there is no room. All your brooms and dustpans, they are thrown away immediately. We are not sweeping up no more dirt up under a rug, under a family member. We are not. No, we're not claiming none of that. Y'all just go ahead and let that look.
We got the spirit of Encanto in the house. Have y'all seen that movie?
I have yet to see that movie.
It's
I'm gonna need you
good,
to
actually.
see it, and then you have to go back with your family and be like, "Now look at y'all."
No, and quiet as is kept. When I tell you, it's oh Lord, it's the matriarch with all those traumas, with all those past wounds, inflicting scars on other people that don't belong to them. And then when presented of something of difference, of better, you get nervous and you get scared. It's foreign. Hold on, it's foreign. I'm about to lose my life. I'm about to lose everything. But you're on the brink of better. You're on the brink of the overcome. You're in the midst of it. But you're nervous because you're trying to hold on to something familiar. But if familiar is broken, how will you ever heal? I'm just asking for a friend. So on that note, hey, we are blessing the people that's been tuning in. Here's Weekend Pearls. This is not the way that we want to bring in brother Darren Calhoun that is blessed us this evening.
No. Don't say that, baby. I think this is where it's supposed to be. I think somebody that's going to tune in is going to hear something in his voice that's going to let them know, hey, it's going to be okay. Let go and let God.
Come on.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes. Just because I'm problem child and everything, and I ask the questions I know, but who exactly are you?
Hi, I'm Darren.
Okay, Darren, yes. Are you like I don't know, like give you like a public figure, or like I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just
I can
again. I'm problem child of the show, so it's fine.
I don't think it's a problem to want to know who you sharing airtime with. So the
girl, I can't stand that boy.
I love it. He said, "Let me go off camera so I can make sure this take up the full screen." So, for those who haven't met me, hey y'all, I'm Darren. Hey Darren on Twitter, Instagram, and other places. I have conversations about faith, religion, sexuality, race. I do the easy topics, and I do those especially with church folks, but all over the place. And yeah, I got invited to come and trouble the waters tonight.
Wait, are you a minister? Like, because I tell you about what I said earlier. If you are,
why are we taking it back?
I didn't realize I was.
Because did you know ministers are like the right? Prince is preaching this gospel. Ministers are the ones who need the most grace. Because we some freaks. Okay, moving on in the show. Back to you.
I already knew that.
I'm just innocent and chilling. If anybody else got a problem, that's their problem.
That's a fact. Good boundaries. That's what that was.
I have no comment.
Nice to meet you.
Point.
It's a pleasure. It's good to connect with my other locked sibling here and
Yes.
in the chat.
Oh, please do not
Yes.
start him. Long hair don't
Yes.
care. Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I was waiting. There it is.
Yeah,
Boom. I was waiting. I was just waiting. I was waiting for the flip. So this is an ongoing thing. So I was just waiting for him to do it. I was waiting. It's perfection at its best. I was waiting for it.
That's what.
Oh man,
happened.
I don't. Okay. I got a text message. Okay, so.
Can you let him know I'm gonna pay tithes next week? Let him know up there.
Nope. No, we not doing that tonight. Hold
I was
on.
gonna say, didn't we already do the thing where we said God already knows? So
that's
Oh Lord.
Touche.
Hey, so what we're going to do? We're gonna go into something funny.
you said we're gonna segue? Is that what you
We
said?
are. We're just gonna fuck that. Fuck a segue. You just jump on the horse and you ride. That's where we headed.
That's what he said.
Look, you know what?
Oh, hey Horace. Hey. All right, Sally.
Oh my God. Okay.
Saddle up.
See,
Then my head hit the wall. Boom! And I began to slide down the wall. And as I came to, all of my bodily fluids were doing their own thing, and I was dying. But I had a praying grandmother.
But I have praying grandmother.
I'm not playing with y'all. Okay, so we're gonna move on to something.
We ain't playing
first
with
off, because I have been oh shit. No. So HR and legal is on the phone. So I'm not getting hit with copyright. So thank goodness.
I wonder why HR won't show their face.
HR was having technical difficulties for real. Like there were 3 of HR.
No, it's because they gonna get jumped by about 10 motherfuckers and.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's something going on, and I just saw this. So we're gonna just we're just gonna move on because there was something that popped up on my my Facebook, and I couldn't figure out what the hell this was. And apparently this is the thing. So I didn't put this on the itinerary, but I'm just gonna bring it up because again, we do have some heavy stuff on here, and I'm trying to have some kind of levity going on. But if y'all know something I don't know, please share after you watch this clip.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but I know some dudes who could take some classes. No names.
I think they've already been eviscerated. They don't even exist after that read.
You could have showed them how to run a business. Good.
What's the problem? Hold on. What's the problem? They was praise
I think it's
dancing.
needed. I think some dudes need to be up in there too. Because I mean, listen,
I encourage it.
I'm reading my cue card. It says
it works out your glutes.
Just be prepared. My cue card said, "Just be prepared." All right.
I mean, if we don't dance like David danced,
dance make her dance. Pants make her dance. Hey.
This episode is already taking.
What happened? What happened?
Hey, so
we was having the rehearsal for the praise dancers, and we showed them a clip.
Yeah. So
that was for the praise dancers for the upcoming Sunday service.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Saturday night service. I don't know.
That was you Sunday.
But you know.
Oh no, we can't. No.
The first thing that pops in my mind.
Don't forget, we got an out of town guest.
That's the first thing that kicks.
We have an out of town
guest. Yes, for the visiting church.
No. The visiting pastor don't want to know now. He's now gonna put 2 and 2 together. Oh, that's why your congregation is pregnant. Oh yeah,
pregnant.
You know what?
The power of the Spirit. Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
No.
How could you ask me that question? I just want to know. I want to know. I'm a gentleman.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know what y'all.
Gentleman in the streets.
Oh. That's what Lord. He said.
Well, I have been requested that I open the lines. I'm kind of unsure if I want to, but I guess
because you don't know what's gonna come out.
I don't. Yeah. So on that note, question for those that are living in Baltimore, Maryland. I have a question. I didn't know this was a thing. I knew about twerking classes. I knew about dance classes, but the riding. I
Is that how they ride? Because
I don't know. Now, one of them had me though. I will say now that thing was going in and out. And I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I'm like, it had a squeak to it.
not a squeak.
If it,
not a squeak. A squeak.
You
said it made a sound. You said it made a sound.
He did.
Oh, how sweet the sound.
Now, how you gonna don't you ever be scared. Stand in your truth. If you said that thing made a squeak, you stand in that.
Begin. Living in America.
No, you're not. Not say a squeak will break up monotony. So that's neither here nor there. But hey, on a clearer note, I just did not understand that this was a thing. I was kind of in Baltimore. Yes, it was in Baltimore. I don't know why it came across my. I don't fool with people.
Was this when we were supposed to went up in there? Is that what we was gonna be doing last year?
I don't know, but
we was gonna be doing that cut up dancing.
So so male and females, I have to bring this up into the room. My question would be, would this even be of interest to you? Why would this class even exist? And how did you learn how to ride or be ridden? Or I don't know. Make sure to go ahead and hit us up at Weekend Pearls.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that thing said they was practicing to ride that.
They were working out their glutes.
Yeah, this is for health.
I'm sure.
Okay, so let me also
for somebody's benefit too.
So let me.
Why are mine always in the gutters?
I'm putting my.
They were just working out their glutes.
Because if you looked at the caption, that's why.
Nah, I can't. I'm putting my disclaimer.
Does he have to put it back up
so
you can see the caption? What I saw?
No, I want to bring this up because I feel like I'm getting in trouble. I have done so well over the past 3 years. I have not been flagged. I have not been blocked or.
That's good because I stay in Facebook jail.
You know what? Believe it or not, I don't know if I'm under the radar or whatever it is, but some of the stuff that has been said and done and shown,
definitely not under the
radar.
If I breathe the wrong way, Facebook be like, you was thinking about something. We're gonna give you 30 days.
Not 30 days.
What
Y'all could at least give me
72
hours.
Okay, so
give me
question.
72 hours. Don't give me 30.
They take me straight to 30. Please, your question.
They said no.
No, so my question, Darren. So
he does not collect $200.
So what did you last time to get in trouble with Facebook?
Ooh, what was the last one? People were like, "Oh, you in Facebook jail again?" And they don't even ask why anymore.
Damn. I'm not claiming that in my life. But I think
you don't want it. You don't want it.
Okay. I think I just block people in it. I'm a serious blocker.
I can't remember the last thing I did, but I have shared somebody else's post on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 30 days and the person just got the post deleted. I don't even know how that works.
How does that work? I'm confused. How does that work?
Because you posted it.
But you're not the originating post.
I'm not the originator. And I got to see them posting about them deleting her post.
Look, really? It doesn't matter. They said since you posted it.
I know what they said.
I think you should write a letter.
They always say it goes against standards. Baby, I done seen somebody talk about I wish all you such and such would burn in hell, hanging by your toes, getting gutted out. And
I've been banned for posting the threats against my life.
And they said it goes against standards. Yeah, how come this person is still on here?
Right. Meanwhile, they said, "Oh, well, thank you for reporting this, but it wasn't against community standards." Oh, but
then if it was, I shouldn't be banned.
Right.
What kind of shit? I'm sorry.
Right, I done derailed the whole show.
So thinking of, well, since we're on the topic of things that don't make sense, guess whose birthday it is today?
Not mine.
Who?
Well, guess what? It's
What season
Facebook's
is
birthday.
it? It's Gemini.
It's
No,
actually
Capricorn.
no.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. It's either Capricorn or Aquarius season right now.
Well, so apparently Facebook may be an Aquarius because today is the first day that Facebook was launched. This is their birthday, aka Meta. So yes. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased, and it took me a while to jump over to Facebook because let me tell you something. One nothing like on MySpace. You could create your whole page. I had music playing on that shit. I had fucking virtual background on that shit.
What was your name?
Talking to people from I don't even remember. I think it was like I don't even remember. I had a little boyfriend named John. He lived in Paris. He sure did.
Don't do that.
Okay, Paris.
With my little underage ass. I was on that shit live. Like it took me a long time to switch to Facebook. A very long time because I did not want to let MySpace go. I really did not.
I mean, how could you let go of all them viruses that you was getting off of that platform?
My background moved, okay? I don't care how it moved. I don't care what virus came with it to move. It moved and it played a song in a loop.
That's also what he said.
I discovered that on BGC.
I didn't learn about that one until it was too late. It was already kind of dead by the time I heard about it.
Where is Sheila? Mike, where is Sheila?
Oh, I made her drive. We flew.
What? You did what?
Yeah, I didn't like him. He was a real a-hole, you know.
He really was.
What?
He made her drive.
I wanted to punch him dead through that TV.
Tyler Perry writing a show where the dark-skinned man is a jerk? Really? Never. Sorry.
It's always, but this one in particular, I wanted to knock the socks off of him.
Yeah, there's a pattern. Hopefully that.
I will not speak badly about the only African American media mogul.
And look at the plays. You always see almost a certain type.
It's a coincidence.
It's a strong.
It's almost
repeating
almost as like
coinky dink.
Theory.
And
maybe one or two he has, but the rest is like they up there.
Constructive critique changes lives. I want to see lives change.
I will not speak negatively of the only African American.
I'm not speaking
media mogul.
baby.
Not required.
Baby, there's been many times, especially the plays that got me together. And
listen, I love these shirtless men that he finds.
I do. I swear they cannot act to save their lives. But
you know what?
They are getting.
If you pick them up in the strip club,
he said, "I got you. I will make you an actor."
Well,
he literally has.
I guess it's time to open up the lines. Hold on.
Look. What's this in the church?
That's that church finger. You disappear once that church finger go up. Can't nobody see you then. There are high levels of shenanigans in this place right now. I just want to acknowledge the spirit that's in the room.
Lord. I'm gonna sit back on this.
Mingle.
Mm-hmm.
You said what about Christian Mingle?
He said his screen name is Throw That Palms in the Circle.
Sorry, that's my song.
Look at that ass in a prayer circle. Yes.
Oh, I just thought it was altar call. Am I wrong?
You thought it was altar call.
Altar call.
Am I wrong?
Give my life away.
Listen, if you want to come and get on your knees.
You know what? This brings me to a song. Let me see.
Yeah, no, not in my good pants.
What church do you preach at? Because I may want to come to that church.
Not in my good.
Like
Louis Vuitton slacks. I would not unless I got knee pads. And I
you know what? This song makes me go to this moment, right? This is where we're going.
Now who?
I don't
that
care.
hair.
Now hold up.
I want that hair right now.
Hold on.
I just want the little curl to be
on.
right there near my eyebrow.
Hold on. Who
It's
took a picture
personal.
of me when I was in church choir back in the day?
Oh,
We're not doing that today. I told y'all. No, we. So if everybody's tuning in to Weekend Pearls, we completely went off the agenda. So the agenda, itinerary, all the things. I'm just gonna misspell everything because I feel like it's today. Damn it, I don't care. It's
I like it.
Anywho, thank you so much. All right, let me go ahead and let me add this link, Lord. I just come humbly before you with an open heart and open mind. Jesus, I just ask right now that you cover and keep us accordingly when I go ahead and send this link out.
Jesus be a
That
fence.
is, Lord, be a barbed wire fence that's electrified. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the thing, child. Let me see. What's on.
Make that thing do what it do.
Y'all bear with me.
Jesus is a love song. He's a love song.
And R. Kelly didn't sing it.
Damn it.
Love song.
I said it. Oh, P. That's all, I'm still stuck on P after all these years. P.
Who?
Urine.
Oh.
Urine.
Why would you be stuck? You know what? That ain't none of my
Urine.
business. Look how I do. That ain't none of my business. That's not my ministry.
He very much did piss on all of us. And
that's not
like,
my
but y'all like my music, right?
I mean, he had, you know, you say, you know, come on, I believe I can fly. Sex in the kitchen, over by the stove.
He was right
over by the butter rolls,
so he could have a fresh generation to come and pick up after
T-shirt
school.
on. That was a whole different thing, and etc. My God,
I seen him live and in color.
Half on a Baby. If y'all didn't ever watch that video,
we all saw him outside them high schools. I'm sorry, what were we talking
about? Are you
about?
serious? Come on, let's talk about it. You brought it up. It's too late now.
I didn't see that man. I didn't see that man.
You wasn't in the barbershop where we all watched the video? Oh,
I wasn't in that barbershop. I was in the other one on the other corner.
We was all guilty.
Yeah, I seen him. My sister got me tickets
at that point.
He came to Fort Hood in 1992.
That was the twin.
She gave me my birthday. That's what birthday present. He was on Fort Hood, had a concert. As soon as he came out there, the whole female crowd rushed from the back to the front. It was like a wave. They throwing panties and bras and panties.
They did not do such a thing, and Whitney never ever smoked crack. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Okay, see, we tell one story at a time now. Now, honey,
we definitely
tell a rose stories. Is still a rose.
We're not going
by any other name is a rose.
Nah, because I used to defend
and baby girl, you're a flower. That's all I got.
But yeah, I've never seen nobody like that make people swoon.
I mean, charisma will do that. That's how.
I mean, look at Drake. Kardashians. Like
we done opened 3 cans of worms.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this in the mix. And I know it's gonna do something, but I want everybody to understand that you can be ignorant but yet still lead.
Of course, most leaders are ignorant.
So you can be without the knowledge, the common knowledge, but yet be able to have a flock. I'm gonna throw that out there.
At the point that Trump became anything in any kind of official capacity, the bar was set in hell, and we all can just walk over.
Again, you said the bar was set where?
In hell.
Yeah, in hell.
Like, look, I'm standing in line. I'm back here. I'm coming. I'm walking across my fucking line. Shit.
So beyond the embalming process,
let go.
Beyond rigor mortis,
there is no one who can't cross the bar at this point.
You know what? And that really is a scary thought. You mean to tell me that of the seeping orange skin? Like, really? Wow.
It's a very, very scary thought because y'all don't want me to be president. Because guess what? I'm making this whole a dictatorship. We're not playing those games.
Excuse me.
We can't seem to get it together. When we vote, we come to a common decision.
Too bad.
What?
I said, remember who voted for you? Don't cut them too bad, because I'll bring you over my knee and wear that ass out.
Oh no, it's gonna be a beneficial type. What do you call it? Dictatorship. I'm just gonna make things right that should already be right.
I just
I'm
want to know
make
where to watch
racism
the video. That's all.
Which video? Because I got plenty.
Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Lord, oh shit, here we go. First off, I just want everybody that's tuning in to Weekend Prayers. I don't think, and I don't want everybody to even perceive that this evening's way is the way that it was supposed to happen. It was not. I'm tongue tied, and that's where I am because hey, this evening has taken a.
But who got the who? Nothing.
Who got the keys to the Jeep? There you go. I'm trying to figure out why I didn't add it on here. Y'all full of hell. Y'all full of hell, and ain't nobody told you that.
I see it.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
And this is why we can't see.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm just cute as sunshine and twice as cute. How dare thee say I got hell in you?
Hey, cutie.
I don't want you to have hell in you. But, oh shit! Hold on. Quentin made it into the room. Hold on. Well, so Quentin,
is it HR?
No, this is not HR. This is Brother Quentin that's in the line. Let me go ahead and bring him into the room because I'm kind of curious where he's going to go with this. If he lets me. Well, hello and good evening. Nice to see you, and thank you for tuning in this evening. I know that we have a lot of things that have been discussed so far. What's your take on some stuff? Because clearly, yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna sit back and just watch the show.
Child.
Yes. Why?
Well, I stand by Whoopi. For one, I said that in the comments.
Okay.
For two, the pillows, that was mental therapy for them. What else you want to know?
Okay. HR is sending me a message one moment.
Oh Lord, we already in trouble.
No, I'm in trouble. Apparently I am. I don't try to stay in trouble. Quentin, how are you doing this evening? I appreciate you tuning in and being on the show this evening. You know what? Hey, you walked into a situation and there's a lot going on, apparently. This evening continues to take a turn. It has different twists and turns and alley-oops and other things. And we just seem to be on this roller coaster ride together. So, hey, just buckle up, Buttercup, and let's see how this thing goes.
All right.
That's where we are. That's where
Hands
we are.
inside the cart.
No one said anything about pocket pool.
What?
On that note, so let's go ahead and go into the next question that we have on here.
I think that's one of those that just went over my head.
It did. It's okay. I'll send you a separate text message about pocket pool. So yeah.
Okay.
So hey, so question. Okay, so let's go into. We have a fan question. So we have. Thank you for Quentin staying on. So we're gonna pose this to everybody. So this is the fan question of the week, and this actually comes for Twitter. Have you ever dated a sneaky link? I still have to get into this new lingo, child. If that's a jump off or piece of game or POG, okay, cool. If so, what happened?
What's a sneaky link?
I'm still trying to figure out. This lingo doesn't make any sense to me. Because I mean, if you dipped off, you dipped off. Look, I'm old.
You know, I guess somebody you ain't supposed to be hooking up with. I guess I don't know.
I mean, who defines who I should and shouldn't be hooking up with? Ain't that what the young
kids say? Because I definitely don't know.
I don't. Okay, let me go to Urban Dictionary. One moment.
Spiritual gift. I was gonna say we got to go to the Bible. That is Urban Dictionary and see what the
come on one moment.
The people say.
Yes. Go sneaky link. Come on, the word.
That's all I ever do.
If you don't know the word. Oh, so according to Urban Dictionary, thank you, Urban Dictionary. Y'all give me some of the best things. Sneaky link. It is defined as when you and another person are fucking, but don't want anyone to know about it. And then in parentheses and italics, it says, you trying to be my sneaky link or something? And this was submitted by Pussy Eater on December 20th, 2020.
Oh, okay.
So hey.
Oh, okay. So basically a jump off, because normally jump off is...
Yeah, because they gave it a pretty name. Like, look. Some of you, Twitter, yeah, I've already talked about y'all in this motherfucking Pornhub situation y'all got going on. But for all my Twitter fans, if y'all gonna inbox me, please, this lingo that y'all trying to bring me into the umpteenth century, I don't even know which one we in right now because some shit going on every day. Hey, make it make sense. Make the lingo easy because it will always be a piece of game to me. I'm just saying a dip off or jump off or something.
So what you're saying is you done crossed over.
Apparently so. I mean, I guess I've jumped the broom on terminology. I guess
we gunkles now.
Well, you know what? I'm a good gunkle. I promise. I really am. I love my babies.
I'm adamant with none of love and peace. So
y'all think y'all slick because y'all not answering this goddamn question.
I don't have nothing like that.
So I'm gonna take this around the room. Quit playing. Bernard, since you main one talking. So Bernard, let's talk about it.
None of love and peace. I don't have nothing like that. So
hold on, bear with me. I'm gonna do this the right way. One moment. Hold your mule.
Oh Lord.
Not hold your mule.
Hey Bernard. Hey Bernard, how are you? Hey,
I'm fine. I just told you, Reverend.
Did you see the fan question of the week? Let's go back to it. Fan question of the week. This comes immediately from Twitter. Have you ever dated a sneaky leak, piece of game, or a jump off? If so, what has happened?
I see what this is about. Like I said, Agatha, the nun of love and peace. I don't have another thing, so I don't know what that is. So no, I graciously decline. I decline.
One more time. You said what?
I decline.
On that note, moving on to the next person. Hey, chosen one. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, so I'm going to bring the question up to the room because we have clearly gone off top today. So let's go for it. So the question of the week, it comes from Twitter. Have you ever dated a sneaky link? If so, what happened?
Yeah, pretty much everybody I've dated has been sneaky links. So.
Okay, so on that note, that was easy.
Yeah, I mean, they come and they go. Like I don't know what to. Yeah, I don't typically stick to the people who you're supposed to date. I tend to go to the ones you don't. So, but they gravitate to me rather. I will say.
Bye, Marlon. Let me go ahead and let me go. Hold on. Quentin. Hey, you. Hey, I'm going to bring you into the question. Hey, fan question of the week. This comes from Twitter. Have you ever dated a sneaky link? If so, what happened? Because I don't know. Hey, you walked in Pandora's box. Let's go for it.
That's all I ever date. What else is out there? I mean, they have a short-term life. You use them and you discard them.
Like an apple or a banana?
You take what you need and you trash the rest.
I wasn't expecting that, but okay. I respect that response. I respect that response.
I mean, it has a short-term life. It's a short-term life. The shelf life to a sneaky link, that ain't shit. You enjoy it and you trash it. You don't keep it.
I appreciate your response. Look, moving on to the next one. Hey, what's going on, brother Darren? How are you? Hey,
I'm a lot of things right now.
You are, you know what? But amongst all the things, but the best thing, you are blessed. Let's go ahead and get into this question. Hey, fan question of the week. Have you ever dated a sneaky link? If so, what happened?
See, this is the issue. We define sneaky link. We didn't define
I want true definition. I want because everybody's definition, how they integrate with people and things, it's different for each person. So
I usually think way too much about stuff, so I'm just start there. I think we have lots of connections with people, of different quality, of different intensity, and so forth. And when it comes to whatever choices we make, sexually, romantically, platonically, we tend to think of people as disposable, but I resist that. Like, do people connect with somebody and not plan on connecting with them again? Sure, but they don't stop existing. Just because you go somebody, just because they go away, doesn't mean that the person stops mattering. But we try to kind of pretend like when we delete somebody off Facebook or if we block them in an app that they just don't exist anymore. But I think people do. So with that being said, people I connect with are people I connect with. Like, until you do something where I say you are absolutely out of my life, then you're just somebody I connect with. And then when it comes to the idea, because part of the sneaky link idea is the idea that it's a secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have been someone's sneaky link, and it's so interesting because for me, who lives this very public life and all this other stuff, to watch them hide themselves from me and not be honest about who they are, what their life is, and all this other stuff. It's like, again, I already see you. What you trying to hide? Like, what's that about? So I feel like the concept has a lot to do with just the ways that we have some jacked up stuff in our society. Now, without me being overly deep, are there celebrities who I think are highly problematic but also could get it? Yes. I wouldn't tell anybody. Because again, I get it.
It's only one. It's only one for me.
It's only one for you.
It's only one. Oh shit!
Are we naming names or no?
Well, we can. Yeah, look, so everybody understand me how I'm set up and way different, but I'm gonna answer the question as well. First things first, in response to we're dealing with celebrities. So there's only two really celebrities that I would even entertain in my spirit. One of them is dead. So Gerald Levert would have been one. I've always had an affinity towards Gerald Levert. Plus, he can sing his ass off, and it's just, Jesus, the teddy bear. Well, the other one, with my rough, ragged ass sides of things, would be Method Man. Method Man will always be that. He's the other piece of the game that, there's two sides to a coin.
Of him right now. Did you see these Essence pictures?
Yes, I did. I said, God bless.
Did you save them yet?
I have already in my phone. Mind your business. Hey, but yes, that is. But again, for different reasons. But always, always been them two. But other than that,
other than respecting someone's privacy, I have zero reasons to be quiet about Method Man.
The man, fine. I'm sorry. That is. I will say this. There are certain things that attract me, and I'm multifaceted apparently. But yes, I have certain nuances about me. So that is those are the only two celebrities I would even consider in my spiritual. Now in real life, spice of life. I like different things. So we're gonna leave it at that. But moving on to this question. So what had happened was, let's go ahead and go to this question that had been brought into the room so I can bring it up. So if y'all just not tuning in, so again, the fan question of the week. This comes from Twitter. Have you ever dated a sneaky link? If so, what happens? Yes. I would not consider them a sneaky link in the sense of I was somebody else. I just didn't want nobody else to know that we was messing around. Second of all, on the second part of that, I'm glad because come to find out this person was a stalker. I ain't been stalked, but probably 3 times in my life. And that first one wrote a 4-page letter, and that scared the shit out of me. Popped up at my apartment. And mind you, I ain't put the dick in. Can we talk about this today? I didn't do nothing but give this baby the best encounter that did not involve true intercourse. We did everything up under the sun, but except go in and out. There was. But
I love how explicit yet still modest.
thank you so very much. Look, I'm mild mannered. Just no, look, love me for who I am. But yes, so yes, that moment resulted in. So that was a Thursday night. So come Saturday, I get a knock on the door. Mind you, I'm dead ass asleep, been at work. I'm tired.
Not
Next
popping
thing you
up.
know,
Not
right there
popping
in
up.
North Dallas, right there off of Walnut Hill and 75.
What?
It was High Ridge, but they done tore them down and built something new.
Why am I acting crazy? Why are you acting crazy?
No.
You said you wanted to marry me.
No. I got a 4-page letter that was slipped up under my fucking door. Wow. And lo and behold, that baby had circled that parking lot. And mind you, I'm looking at the blinds. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not expecting anybody. I didn't want to be bothered. I wasn't around nobody. So I'm like, good. I'm asleep. It's cold in here. I'm under the covers. I'm excited about life. So yes, long story short, I go to the door. The baby finally left the parking lot an hour later. I get a call. I didn't respond because I was like, I just saw you in the parking lot, but I didn't call you to come over here. I got the letter and I got this long, drawn profession of love and hopes for relationship and longevity and house building and brick and mortar and all this other stuff. And I just like, oh, I didn't even do nothing but just do everything else. But so guess what I had to do for you? I couldn't. It's snip. So hey, Chronicles of a person living in North Dallas, Texas. Let's talk.
Yes,
but yes, that's what happened. So only reason he was a sneaky link because I didn't want nobody to know, because I didn't know in hindsight this motherfucker was crazy. So that's where we are.
There's a bit of humanity in there. Like,
go ahead.
People are starving for a deep connection. And when we show them a good time or gentleness or care or intimacy,
I knew you were going to do it.
Folks just latch right on in and be
okay,
like,
so,
I need it. Now, I'm not saying it justifies anything.
Okay.
But it's a symptom of this disconnected society we're in, where we do treat people as disposable, and we don't stick with our families, whatever our family structures are, and we don't make these long lasting commitments that, again, don't have to be sexual or romantic.
So hold that thought. So everybody, I'm gonna bring y'all back in the room. I want Darren to finish this thought because I see y'all in the way y'all responding and moving and shaking your head.
I done troubled the waters.
Child, you have pulled out the cactus and somebody grabbed it by the hand and said, "Ugh, hey." So I'm gonna go ahead and add y'all back.
Bring the kids in.
Yeah, because I want you to finish that thought because that is something that's very true. I'm not going to deny that is something I absolutely agree with. But I'm gonna preface this before you say anything else. I just wish that people would admit that they're longing or in need, or both, and two, understand that there is a difference in fulfilling that need within yourself before you look for someone else. And heaven forbid, I don't really want you to look for somebody else to fulfill that need, but that yearning of being fulfilled, that's a internal thing. That's not a sexual adventure that's gonna, fill that void, quote unquote, or that's what they say. So that's that. I think that the honesty that most people don't have is that they yearn to be with somebody, but they have the premise of like, if I'm with someone, that the void will go away. And that's not real, because now you've created an attachment, you've created a codependency, and then heaven forbid this person leaves you. Now you rock bottom and crazy as bad shit. So, Darren, I'm sorry. Continue. I look. Just my 2 cents.
You done dragged the bats into this and everything.
I did. Bats in the belfry. I did.
But yeah, like high key, there is this thing where we've been taught, oh, don't show that you're lonely or that you need a relationship because that's gonna make you look needy, and needy is bad. But we like create this society where we keep keeping ourselves isolated. And we watch these movies that teach us, oh, you have to find your other half. No, you have to be whole. You have to be a whole, happy, fulfilled person who's doing their work on their own traumas so that you can show up with another whole, happy, fulfilled person who's also doing work on their own traumas. And
But
hopefully, y'all traumas can be compatible with each other so that y'all can work in a healthy way and not in this like, oh well, I like you because you barely show me attention and you're a narcissist and I have low self-esteem or blah blah. Yeah, look, we're not gonna do those things. Like people like play up this idea of toxic. Ooh, he toxic. He must got good dick. No, we're not gonna do that. Instead, we gonna be some whole people who are working on ourselves and feeling ourselves and having lives and interests and all this good stuff that attracts somebody else who's also doing something with their lives. And then it's the bomb, and you're going to want to tell everybody. But sometimes we're hooking up with people we don't even like. And that's why we don't want to tell nobody about it.
but like it's I think it's more than that. Some people can't really get themselves together without, some people need a push, like a little motivation, and sometimes that fulfillment is exactly what can give it to them. Some people, not everybody, but
We can have a chance happening that is wonderful. But I think as humans, we're not designed to be as alone as we are. That's why
right.
we can't survive out of all the species on the planet. We are stuck with our parents longer than anything else because we need other people. For real, for real.
Right.
Quincy
I
sounds like he's
agree.
about to preach.
We do need other people, but I'm not trying to be aligned with you based upon the plateau of only trauma. Because what happens when I outgrow trauma and I want more and be on a higher plateau?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a trauma bond is unhealthy. A trauma bond is just when, like, oh, we either went through the same thing, and so you understand me. But a trauma bond isn't about growth. It's not about healing. It's not about us moving on. Um, Even though trauma doesn't leave us, we don't necessarily leave it, but we do grow and strengthen. A trauma bond is not at all about growth or strength. It's just about, yeah, you understand my hurt, and that's it.
And I think also a lot of people don't know how to be happy with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They think they have to be happy with someone. And when I was in my young adult, that's what I thought until just recently I started finding my own peace. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you my own peace is so amazing, I don't even want to deal with any, like, if you come at me and you disturb my peace, I'm not dealing with you. Like, I'm not. And I think a lot of people feel like, well, I have to be with somebody. I got to no, baby. Like, I know you want to be with somebody. I know, and I get it. I get it. But baby, learn yourself. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself, learning who you are, learning all of you, whether your highs, your lows, or whatever. You don't have to rush into something. You really don't. You don't have to rush into something. It's okay for you to take yourself back and let me regroup myself, because maybe and accountability plays a lot of part that people bypass. Sometimes you may have to take accountability to yourself. I'll talk to myself and I'll look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, bitch, is it really somebody going on, or is it you that's allowing it?
Yeah.
What you the common denominator?
But so the world,
I'm not saying everybody. I'm just.
This is my testimony.
Yeah, this is me.
But the world really doesn't.
We're preaching here at Weekend Pearls. Continue preaching, please.
It doesn't really make it. I don't know if the word is convenient for you, because, like, let's think about it in as simple as realistic terms, right? This country, I can't speak for the world. This country, at least, is very set up on a 2-household dynamic. The amount you pay for rent is a lot more for one person than it is for two. people splitting it. It is designed for a dual income from, for most. One person should not be paying $1,400. I'm sorry, it just shouldn't be happening. But that's how they make it.
Put your finger down.
That's how they make it out to be. Even as far as just like, it's just the way our country is really set up. It's really designed for people who have families. It is designed for two people, not necessarily families, but for two people who, are working together to do something. Otherwise, it is very hard. So when you say like a person has to find themselves, how the hell are they supposed to find themselves when it's so hard just to make it day to day, let alone figure out who the hell you are? Like, so I understand, like, I'm not saying like people just get married for money or for whatever, or for, to live better, but I think it does play a part. Some do. And I, to be honest, I completely understand them, like, as to why they do it, because it's very difficult. We're not living in our parents' world. We're living in a new world. And it's not easy as a single person. And who wouldn't want somebody there to go through it with them? Like, let's not look at it as trauma somebody's going through. Look at it as, this person needs somebody, and I could be that person that they need. Let me be that. But I think some people get their wires crossed on that part. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Sorry.
I understand what you just said. A lot of people are looking for help in sponsoring and that type of, additional supplementary income.
Shit.
But I know who I am as an individual. I'm independent, I'm confident, I'm strong. So I agree with what Bernard said about peace. Now, one of the reasons why, I go through a mini men. However, that's just based upon my desire for human companionship for that moment. That's why I go through many men. However, as an individual, I know who I am. I have peace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an extrovert. I will walk into a room full of strangers and come out with friends. Like, that's me. I make connection quite naturally in a lot of ways. And I think we're designed for connection. So it's not necessarily about like quantity, or it's not necessarily about this idea that we connect with people because we just have to. I'm more so like peeling back the layers. Like, what are the messages that I think all of us have gotten in one way or another? Like as HR was, no, I think it was Bernard was talking earlier. I was thinking about that song "Love Yourself" by Billy Porter. Like, it's just this celebration of self-love. We do not celebrate self-love. We call it being proud, stuck up, arrogant. We call masturbation bad. I just want to name a thing.
I know. I'm gonna jack this thing till it hurt. I don't give a damn. Ski. Move on.
And as men and male identified and people who are socialized as male, we have even more freedom and autonomy, whereas women, their whole lives are told their bodies are bad, that they are only valuable in relationship to someone else. You're someone's daughter, you're someone's wife, you're someone's sister. And that's the only time we have to rise up. In this Western American context. So I feel like this fight to love ourselves is like coming back into our humanity. It's coming back into the ways that none of us are completely individual. I mean, the fact that I've never done a DNA test, but you can, because so many other people who I don't know have done DNA tests, they can figure out my DNA. Like, humans are that connected. They pretty much can figure out who anybody is just with the few people who've done DNA tests. So that's me being geeky and nerdy and sciencey, which I completely celebrate. But yeah, like I'm thinking about that. Okay, I'm gonna diverge for a second. I'm thinking about that dude who showed up to your door. Like, you could have been harmful. You could have been somebody who's gonna lock him up and sell him into to somebody's sex slavery shop in another country.
I'm always somebody's daddy. Damn it. Just go ahead.
Lord Jesus. And fortunately, you weren't.
Go ahead.
But that's the flip side, right? Like,
right.
we're not realizing how endangered that person was.
Yes.
Like showing up that way.
For him to have I'm sorry, 1 second. Just
Yeah.
for him to even have I don't know, like the gall to do that. You're looking at it like, in my opinion, like I think you looked at it as like he's crazy, but I think it's like what Darren was saying earlier. Is like some people really are that, I don't want to say desperate, but like they need it that bad that they are willing to show up to somebody's house who could possibly harm them. And so I'm actually kind of curious as to what damage. I get your point. Like I get both sides. Like I see your point, like, oh, he looks crazy. But I also look at it from his side. I'm like, I wonder how much damage that did to be avoided like that after you went that far. Like, I don't know. It touches it hits a nerve a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me clarify. Okay. So I'm telling you, my life is my life always goes in twos, and it does a full circle moment, whatever the case is. Needless to say, in that particular situation, I did contact him and let him know. So it wasn't the fact that I just blocked him or didn't fuck with him or anything else of that nature. I did let him know that, for one, that was disturbing, and two, I didn't understand how we went from messing around, not even intercourse, but just everything up under the sun, to, it was pleasurable. I mean, what he said, I turned him out. I'm like, damn, I ain't really do nothing. I'm like, if you feel good, I feel good. That has always been my premise. If you feel
mental
good,
illness
I
is real.
feel good. Well,
mental illness is real.
I don't disagree. I do not
Yeah.
disagree. I do not disagree with that. But with him, I did explain to him, like, thought he was a great person. Like, he really is a great person. Know him to this day. But at that moment, I was not willing to be in a space where that was going to be accessible for me. That it just wasn't. For one, it alarmed me because I've never had that happen before. He was the first person to ever do that. Two, I didn't understand. Again, I was not as mature as I am now. Then I didn't figure out until years and years later that, just like you all have said, like, I don't disagree because I get it, that there was a longing, because most times we associate great sex with being comfortable, security. That could be the next phase in my life. Like, I have found the one, and when in essence we have no earthly idea what the other person is thinking beyond the fact that we fucked and it was really good. So that is a lot. And for me, again, I knew what I did and know what I didn't do. So boom, okay. But again, I did express in how I felt, and there was no animosity, or he didn't do anything different or crazy. But did I initially think that was crazy? Absolutely. But I did have the opportunity to express it to him. Like, he's still a great person, yes. But at that time, seeing from him, at that point and over the years as he's grown, there was a need that I couldn't provide. There was something that he had to work on for himself. And for me, I didn't know it, but at least I still extended the fact of, I didn't cut him off. I just knew to say, hey, this is not going to work for me. This makes me uncomfortable. I expressed to you how I felt, and this is where I am. I didn't diminish him by any means, and I know, and he told me, like, I didn't make him feel bad or anything, but I need him to understand too that those type of actions, especially when you don't know me, those are red flags. Those make me nervous, because that means that there are levels of things that I'm not cognitive of that are dealing with you, that there's a want and need that are always going to be prior to me and after me. That starts with you individually as a person. And I'm like, I'm not here in the business of completing and making people whole. Go to the Lord for that. I'm not being funny, but real shit, real talk. I'm like, no, real shit, real talk. Like, no. I can't. This is the thing. Your faith is your responsibility. I tell anybody that. Point blank. So your soul is your responsibility too. So when it comes down to you developing as a person, maturing and growing, I should never be able to infiltrate you, to break you, to diminish you, make you feel less than, or tear you down. I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying that people are not going to come sometimes to you incomplete, But I express to everyone before you even get into the realms of fucking with somebody, know the pieces that you're missing, identify those, and make it a conscious decision to get those pieces filled the right way versus using somebody else for that. Because quietness is kept, that's stealing.
Let me ask you something.
I'm sorry. We went too deep. Hey, welcome to Weekend Pearls. We took another layer. The onion's been peeled back.
I want to go off of. I want to go off of like what you were just saying because, like, not only because I've known a few Geminis and how y'all operate, but it is.
Jesus Christ.
But in reality, though.
Well, we are the most fun. I will say that.
The most fun, however, and I'm gonna take it away.
That's all I got for you.
I'm gonna take it away from astrology, but did you do anything? And I mean, be honest. Like, if you didn't, the guy was. I'm actually glad to hear that you said that he didn't.
I turned him out. Like, we didn't even fuck, but I gave him. I pleasured that young man to the best of my ability because I know how I am.
But is that where it stopped?
Yes, that's exactly where it stopped.
Like, what I'm asking is, were there any like?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Like, did you do any of the?
What?
Like, hey, how are you doing today? How's your day? Type shit. Because see, like, those are the things. Like, and see, I think that's where I'm a little fucked up in that realm, and that's because the way that I think about it. That's why I'm asking you because I'm trying to figure out like that whole like when I was out there, wild and shit.
Flailing. It's okay. We all flailed. Go ahead. We flailed.
Like,
it's okay.
I was very black and white with the way that I treated my what I call fuck buddies. I get it. You are not gonna know me. You are not going to know my friends. You barely get my real number if you got up off of Snapchat. There is no reason. I'm not gonna ask you how your day is going. I'm not gonna ask you how you're doing. I'm going to come in. We're gonna do what we do, and I'm gonna go home. And I may hit you up if I get in that mood again. And I've always kept it there. Now, some people say that that's very rude. To me, it's like I don't want to even. That's why I was asking for you. Was there more than just sex in that particular relationship? Did you do anything that could have maybe looked like a simple "good morning, how was your day" for an unstable person or for like a very like I guess whatever type of person? That shit can really put them in a different mindset of thinking differently of where you're going. So, but yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
So let's get a little deeper into me. For one, I'm pretty much a pleasant person. So my genuine concern with somebody is genuine. Like, hey, good morning. Like, I actually say, hey, I hope you're having a good morning. That does not mean that, oh, hey, by 5 o'clock, we need to go ahead and get this engagement ring and we need to go ahead and start picking out houses. I never said that, okay? But because of the pleasant person that I am, like, I've been told, like, can I be a bitch? You goddamn right. I can be mean all out. Oh, shit. But that's far removed and only when it's needed. But for the most part, I am a genuinely caring, compassionate person, and I do care. Now, granted, we don't have to fuck for me to actually have a genuine concern for you. And it doesn't mean that, like the goofy, funny person, and even you've seen this in person, like Bernard has seen it in person. Like, I am that goofy ass person that's nice, and I'm very hospitable, and I'm giving. That is not something that I'm fake with. Like, I've never done that to get anything. Like, that is just who I am, and that's
and I'm not saying that you would do that, but I'm just saying even if you do it naturally, the other person could have. I don't know, like, you're looking at it as I'm just being nice, I'm a kind person. How's your day? Nothing wrong with that, right? But I've come a long way. I'm way ahead of where I was, but at one point in my life, I was that dude that something that small could have been like, oh my God, he's the one. Like, I wasn't crazy popping up at places. But it can really trigger.
I want to jump in on this one.
Sorry. But it's about your intention. Are you clear with your intention? I know for me, that
You can be clear
I
all
haven't.
day, and people will just be like, "What intentions?"
Bingo.
Yeah.
And I just had this conversation about 2 hours ago. It goes about the intention of a person. If your intent is to just fuck with somebody and fuck them, and that's what it is, then I don't see the problem in exuding and showing and telling and communicating and emphasizing what your thing is, so that for one, we can truly eliminate as much as possible any confusion. Some people will never get it, no matter how clearly you communicate in various capacities. We know that.
Transparency about the intent. Yeah.
Yes. So I know for me, I'm like, I know the difference. If I can make you a friend, then I would prefer to make you a friend. If you who I'm gonna fuck with like that, then I'm gonna fuck with you and fuck with you like that. But I think in times past that I know that just out of experience and living life that it comes off a little different for a lot of people because for one, there's this thing, especially in the gay community, which I think is so twisted. Why can't you actually be nice to somebody and not want something from somebody? And I genuinely, like, I have been blessed to know a variety of people, which I'm actually excited about because everybody is different. Like, that makes me greater in so many ways, and it allows me to see things beyond my own knowing. I think it's a beautiful thing, and that's the reason I choose to be around and interact with a variety of people, because it enhances me as a person, but it also makes my life better because I can see things differently. I can see things in all points of views.
What that boils down to is respecting boundaries.
Absolutely. Say what you want, but say your intention. If you just want to fuck, say you just want to fuck. If you feel as though in that moment we should be good, cool friends or associates, people are afraid to admit the truth of saying what you want. But then, in hindsight, you get. I know, but you get what you. This is the thing. You get what you don't ask for.
I want to pull back on this dynamic a little bit because I love the conversation we're having. But it points to a few things. I brought up the word trauma, and I think we hear it a lot, but we don't really have a grasp of it. And we've even referenced things like mental health and mental illness. And I think we've associated all of those words with negative things. We've given them negative connotations. But in reality, all of us who are Black, and especially all of us are Black, and then in a unique way as Black men, and I'm making assumptions about the room, but all of us inherit generational trauma.
Not curses, right? Not curses, but trauma. Hold on, because I don't hear that bullshit. I'm sorry, Darren. I love you to pieces, but I don't hear shit about no motherfucking
talking about
curses.
Trauma. We're talking about
first off, Hocus Pocus 2 coming out. Go see it soon.
We all have inherited trauma. That is, we've all inherited the deep psychological pain of being alone in a difficult situation.
Oh, Jesus.
And what we know scientifically, again, me nerding out, is that, there was a study done. Every time they introduced the smell of cherry blossoms to these mice, a group of male mice, they would give them a shock. And after a while, they didn't even have to shock the mice anymore. They got scared if they could smell cherry blossoms. Mm-hmm. They then had those male mice breed with some female mice who had never been a part of this experiment or never been exposed to the shock treatment. And again, there's all kinds of ethics about like how they treat the animals. But that being said, they exposed them to it, and the children, even though they hadn't been shocked by the smell of cherry blossoms, were scared when they smelled cherry blossoms. Mm-hmm. And they did this, and it continued through multiple generations that had never been shocked when they were introduced to cherry blossoms, but all of them became afraid. Right. And so how this applies to us is that Black people have been surviving trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. And black men have been both told that we're lazy and good for nothing and we ain't gonna stick around, and that we're sexual deviants and we're aggressive and we're gonna hurt somebody. And we've like tried to figure out how to be human who
In the
do
meanwhile,
have sexual drives, but also aren't a threat to everybody. And we like separate our whole selves into, well, this is sex and this is the rest of my life, and the twain shall never meet. And so part of my own healing and part of my own work has been integration, to bring these very separate, policed, policied, publicly critiqued, over-examined. I've had investigative reporters calling, asking my church about my sexuality. How am I supposed to know how to connect with anybody when there are conservative Christians who are overly invested in whether or not I'm just gay? Not even if I'm having sex, but if I'm gay, so that they can write a newspaper headline for profit so that they can feed their family. I have to live with that. Yes, I snatched several wigs. I have to live with that. And all of my relationships get filtered through what happens if I let people know who I really am. What happens if I actually let people in and be close to me and get to know me and know the real me? Am I going to be safe? And I think we're all trying to seek out safety. That's my little timer to remind me to take my drugs. That's my reminder to seek out safety. But sometimes we go too far because we've been so hurt. And so when we talk about mental illness and we talk about trauma and we talk about, I want us to be clear, we're talking about all of us. I definitely have mental illness. I am somebody who is on treatment for depression. I'm neurodivergent. All this stuff that even my neurodivergents have ADHD. The ways that the scientific books were done, they only studied white boys and men. And so they don't even see it in the rest of us, like women, people of color, and so forth. So it's like, I've been left alone to deal with a lot. Churches that were abusive, men that were spiritually abusive and verbally abusive. I've been left to deal alone with a lot. But, and I'm gonna shut up after this, like, finding and honoring the fact that I am made for love, that love matters, that connection matters, that sex matters, that all these things are part of my whole one being. They are not separate. They are not to be policed and controlled by other people. And then doing the work to work through that means I've both been the toxic dude. I've been the unavailable one. I've been the emotionally distant one. I've been all kinds of stuff. And I've been the overly connected, overly clingy, all the other stuff. Like, I feel like if we do better with seeing ourselves in each other, that we can like really, really move in a way that's healthier. Because I can understand you and still know, and yes, I understand what's wrong with you, and you still won't be in my life because I have good boundaries. But I had to learn good boundaries through some books like Boundaries by Henry Cloud.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
But it's a process. And my hope is that we can be graceful to people, which again doesn't mean we let people in our lives who are harmful to us, but that we'll be graceful to people, to be like, you know what, I really hate that you're going through that. I can't go through that with you, but I hate that you're going through that. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna give a major shout out to Marie Van Britton Brown, who saw a long way off. This is the ancestors working for us. Saw a long way off that somebody was still not gonna act right, and we was gonna need to see what was outside of that front door. And we was gonna need to stay in our bed and not let that person in, and call the police if we have to. But all that's to say, like, as much as we've been through, we've been set up to do well, to survive absolutely everything that's been thrown at us. And at the end of the day, I think we can have like good relationships, even if we're not always proud of them relationships. I'm done.
I don't have anything. Okay. Look, so everybody that is tuned in to Weekend Pearls, this has been such an interesting evening so far. I will say to the people that are watching, to the people that are listening, to the people that will be listening to the podcast on tomorrow, my advice with all that has been said so far, because we got a little bit more, but I think we're going to lose Brother Darren in just a minute. I will say this. Stop weaponizing vulnerability. I'm going to throw that in the mix. I know that's going to be a trigger for some people. Stop weaponizing vulnerability, because not only are you making it a weapon, you're making it a wall. And we have this tendency to always say these fucking generational curses. I hate that phrase. I will always hate it. I do. Iyanla, I love you to pieces, sis, but I hate that fucking phrase. It drives me insane. I look, girl, I hate that phrase. I will not deny the trauma that has been passed down. That I will never deny. I think that is absolutely true, because we see it in our own families. We do. But yeah. Wow. Hey, we still got a little bit more to go on the show. Brother Darren, do you have any lasting words before you get out of this thing? Because I got a little bit more to go. Yes. Before we get out of here, but before you exit, anything for the masses that are watching, whether it be on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook,
Pornhub, my Vista, wherever you are.
Hold on, Twitter, aka Pornhub, aka Twitter. Because at any time a dick could pop out, or an asshole, or, welcome to Twitter, child. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to follow you. It just scroll right down. It'd be busy.
It's like, oh look,
it'll be busy.
Okay.
I didn't even follow you, but I see. Oh, okay. But yes,
Twitter be like, we thought you'd be interested in this. Thank you, Twitter. So
no,
before I go, I totally appreciate everybody on the show. Thank you for having me on. Like you said at the top of the show, DarrenCalhoun.com. That's DarrenCalhoun.com. Or look at my band. I make music. My band is called The Many, M-A-N-Y, not M. Yeah, called The Many, and we make music. We are Christians, but our music doesn't have a whole lot of Jesus-y stuff. Instead, it talks about stuff like, you gave us these bodies and you made them good, like the physical body, not just this metaphysical, like referential. No, like our bodies, they're good, and we need belonging. And sometimes stuff hurts, and sometimes you need to cry. And we just kind of make music that is about all of that stuff that it's kind of hard to find these days. So by all means, check us out. Check out The Many. Hit me up, DarrenCalhoun.com. Hey Darren on Twitter, Instagram. Hey Darren with 3 Ys on TikTok, although I only have one TikTok, including a red light special. So
red light special. Okay.
The silhouette challenge. Anyway, I just try to give the people what they want.
It was just my opinion. I'm sorry. Continue. May the Lord bless you. Hold on. May the Lord richly bless you on this evening.
Yes. Enlarge my territory. Anyway,
come on.
It's been so good to see all of you, and we're gonna have to do this some more.
It's been a pleasure.
You are so welcome to come back at any time. I'm gonna text you in a minute, but I got a little bit more of the show to go. But I'm excited that you joined us, and it was not a dull moment in any of this.
Not a moment.
Not one dirty undercover, dirty bed sheet lie up under the sun.
And for it was wrestler.
Look, it was soiled. That's all I got for y'all. It was soiled. Look, heavenly hands made whole. That's what we are today.
Come on, heavenly hands made whole. Hallelujah.
So everybody tuning in, y'all make sure to check out Brother Darren Calhoun. Of course, I'm gonna put his information up on my my page and stuff, but make sure to check him out. This brother is blessed beyond measure, and just a genuine, really, really nice guy, and so many ventures that could potentially help with knowledge, just being and good conversation overall. Good person. So y'all make sure to check him out. And Darren, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the rest of this. I'm gonna text you in a minute because it's about to go. It's going downhill after this. So Everybody, y'all wave goodbye to brother Darren. Look, we appreciate you coming on. Look, I did. I really, really did. So look, I'll text you in a minute. I gotta finish the show and go take your damn pills, please, and thank you because the timer done went off.
I'm gonna take my bills. Take them.
You know. Bye, boy. I'm gonna
Bye.
text you in a minute.
Bye.
Oh my goodness. Hey, so those that have tuned in this evening, hey, we have come through with the gospel and the things that are the things have been displayed and shown, and the conversation keeps getting deeper and deeper. We got a couple of things left on here. We're gonna try to get through. And Quentin, I appreciate you staying in the cut on this. I appreciate your commentary. I appreciate your point of view. Thank you for sticking in. Hey, it's we done shook the table tonight, apparently. So hey, so I've had a couple of emails about you motherfuckers tonight. So hey, oh yeah. So thank you for the comments that y'all sending to the email and not posting on the site. I appreciate that because some of y'all are rude, but some of y'all have had very interesting commentary, which I'm actually surprised at. So okay.
Oh, them hoes is rude.
No. Well, it was two of them, but the rest of them have been extremely positive. So yes. So we're gonna get into something. I know it's a little touch right now, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it anyway. And it definitely we gotta touch it briefly. I'm not gonna go into it too much just because of the dynamic of it. And again, just out of respect. And I have to bring it up because of things that have happened with Weekend Pearl. So I'm gonna bring this up momentarily. So for those that don't know, we lost one of our sisters in Christ, Chesley Chris. Unfortunately, she ended up committing suicide. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends. And then also, too, it also brings up to one of the conversations that we continually have here at Weekend Pearls. For those that don't know, but do know, we did have a guest that was on the show that ended up committing suicide for like a year and a half ago. Somebody that I actually grew into knowing and really enjoying conversation with and what have you, but unfortunately, he ended up taking his life at the time. So this is one of those touchy subjects for me. So that's the reason I'm not going to go too far into it. But for those that are watching, again, depression is real. And as much as we always like to giggle and laugh and kiki and things of that nature, if someone is depressed or you feel as though someone's depressed, a conversation always happens, but also, too, it goes back to making resources available. In the event that you're not available in that space, in that moment, there's always a phone call away, or just even checking up on your friends and family. Those simple things do make a difference because you never know what someone's going through. And something that I learned the hard way is that your smile can be the smile that changes somebody's day. You don't know what someone's going through, whether it be homeless, they're dealing with domestic violence. There's so many things. And even a pleasant good morning or hello, hey, how you doing? Those things make all the difference. And all the things I've experienced beyond the show and what have you, I know these things to be very true. Okay, so we're not going to go too deep, but again, for those that need the opportunity, just need the opportunity to talk to somebody and they're thinking or potentially on the verge of that, you can always reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can reach them at 1-800-273-8255. And even if it's not you and you think it's somebody else, again, call that number. Make sure you put in your phone, even if it's not pertaining to you, save that in your phone. Because again, you have the ability to affect somebody's life. Okay? That's just reality. And again, you can change somebody's life. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on. I told you I was not going to dwell on it too long. Because it shifts the whole room. So on a lighter note, we're going to go into something that we call, that I have been commissioned to do. Weekend Pearls, top 5 things that you need to handle in this Texas frigid weather. We have a top 5. We have a top 5 that's going. Get ready. Comments, concern. You know how to hit us up in the comments. Number 5, bathing. Now, I know some people will probably say, well, Cherry, why did you put 5 on the number for bathing? Well, some people is not as clean as others. First off, bathing is essential for a healthy life. First and foremost. Who wants to lay in bed with somebody with dirty bed sheets because you ain't bathed and all they scaling flakes and they remnants of a toilet or a shake of a dangly of a participle that you have in the front, or you might have what's the thing? The dingleberries. Child, needless to say, y'all jump y'all ass in some water. Look, you see them toes are pursed and them suds are not brown. Hey, we encourage you to bathe here at Weekend Pearls. Again, I can smell
hot
you.
Water.
Hot.
I'm sorry. I just make sure.
I'm not trying to scald you. Can I finish, please? Thank you.
Look, scald the
now
fuck out
scald
of
it with a little bleach, cause baby, put that little bleach in that bath water, bitch, cause baby.
Bleach.
You gonna throw somebody pH off of that bleach? We'll talk about that in a minute. One moment. Bathe and soak your spiritual in a whole tub of holy water. All right. Moving on. Number 4. If your tires are this bald headed and we in frozen weather, stay your dumb ass at home.
Do not drive.
Do not put it in neutral. Don't put it in reverse. Don't put it in the second shift. Sit your ass at home and put that.
You are a harm
on.
to society. You are a threat to other drivers. It is not okay, and don't do it.
Merlin, you gonna kill somebody. You gonna go down. Your insurance gonna be mad because they're gonna ask questions. Well, I knew my tire was bald, but I had to go somewhere. Bitch, you better be still and jump on a Schwinn or something.
Not a Schwinn.
A Schwinn.
You better Uber.
You
better either Schwinn. Uber DoorDash, something.
They gonna be slow, but they will get to you. Let me just tell you.
If I see you in
last
and
night,
it better not
hungry.
be no Ultima. It better not be no Nissan Altima.
Shut up, Marla. I heard you talking
girls,
hungry.
Some of y'all girls.
I was hungry and they took about 3 hours, but that food got there. They will come. It's gonna take
some of y'all girls and y'all Nissan Altimas be bald like this tie. I need y'all to go ahead instead of getting them lashes and getting their hair. Go ahead and get them tires. Them tires need new hair too.
And it's the R320s. The R320s.
So before I go on to number 3, y'all see the background that I have? That's actually the picture that I took this morning at 5:45. As you can see all of that. Yes, that is real. All of that was ice.
Look, how you do it?
Ice and snow. Hold on. Ice and snow. Good. That's the reason I say, don't you jump your ass in that car and put it in reverse in that goddamn ball ass tire. You're going to kill somebody. Your insurance is going to deny your claim. Shit. All right, moving on. Number 3. Moisturize, and moisturize. My God, today, some of y'all don't even bathe, so I heaven forbid you put on the scented lotion. Hey, can we talk about it?
Please don't put on no scented lotion when you ain't bathed.
I'm going to say it, and I know y'all finna get mad. Hold on. I'm finna say it. So you done walk your ass around. It's cold outside. You ain't bathed, but you got the nerve to put on that Jergens with that almond scent. You nasty bastard. I hope you smell like a mule for the rest of your goddamn life. Look.
Damn.
Look here now. Some of these I can't never find because y'all be jacking off on some of these. I'm saying I'm not saying that masturbation is not okay because I think it's awesome. But I'm saying,
is that why some of them look so young?
Yes. And can I make a public service announcement, please?
You can. Hold on. Go ahead. I'll go back to the slide.
The magic number is 2. Okay.
2 nuts?
2 hours. A lot of people out there say they be out there tripping. They be talking about, oh, it's cold. I'm not sweating, therefore I'm not dirty. The magic number is 2. You are correct. Now listen, I'm not trying to fuck up your fucked up Texas ass education. You are correct. You are not sweating, therefore you're not getting as dirty as you would in the same amount of time. The magic number is 2. When you're not sweating, you can wait 2 extra hours than you do in the summer to take a shower. You still need to take a shower. You are correct. You don't have to go in the shower at 8 o'clock. You can go in at 10, but you still have to take a shower. I know y'all think I'm not musty. It's not hot out. I haven't been sweating. The magic number is 2.
But your body's
That
still
means you could. That
perspirate
means you can
regardless.
go 2 more hours than you would in the summer. In the summer, you need to be taking showers. Well, in Texas, you can take one once a day. For Mississippi, you got to take one about 3 times a day. Go outside, check the mailbox, go and take a
You
shower.
take that in Texas too.
Because that humidity will get your ass.
Yeah,
But
take it in Texas too. Yeah, I don't find myself in the summer 3 baths, 3 showers a day.
You have to do what
maybe
you have to
4,
do.
depending
But
on
in the
if I'm
winter,
taking a bath.
you do
so.
get in the winter.
Yeah.
You do get a there.
Probably not.
2-hour window. I can't. Mine makes me press the screen when you do that, so I never catch them.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this for those that live in Texas, and I know that 3 of us on here live in Texas, and the other one is not here. But I'm gonna say this: hey, first off, y'all know y'all body. So men, if you don't do a sniff test on yourself, shaming you because you probably immersed it. First off, number 1, if you can go in the crevice over here by your nut, if you go right here in the crevices of your thigh meat, right here near your nuts, and you do this, you know how you smell. Let's stop this lie today. You know how you smell because everybody's nuts ain't made the same. Because the perineum it's a whole different that's a whole different thing. But I'm telling y'all, not everybody is set up the same. And again, not everybody sweat the same. Everybody don't get excited the same. Some people get excited and start sweating in places. And unfortunately, some people's diet is not always in the same place. And then they smell like a mule. All of a sudden, child, Jesus Christ in the manger. Look, hey, safety first. Wash your ass. Wash your front. Wash the back. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. Gargle. Shit. And exfoliate. That's where I am with it. This is beyond states. Look, cleanliness makes all the difference. And besides, if y'all gonna lay up, why I'm gonna spread your legs and then I get a woof? Not a wolf, because heaven forbid you get a wolf, you need a full moon. But I'm just saying, I'm bringing all this.
2 hours. That's all you get.
I hate you so much. Look, I'm going back.
If it used to start smelling at 6, it's probably gonna start smelling at 8 in the cold. So you are correct. It takes a little bit longer. 2.
Freezing weather does not change the fact that you're funky. Like I said before,
2. It'll hit you 2 hours later. That's all I gotta say.
Moving on to slide number 2. Number 2, wash your hands after using the restroom. Otherwise, shaking hands. What does it say? Shaking hands with a man is like putting your hands in his pants. My God, today.
Sometimes they do that in a bathroom.
And you know what's really sad? You know what's really sad is the fact that you had to post. The fact that you had to post that because they don't post shit and advertise shit unless it's real.
Quinn, why you quiet? Quinn, why you over there? You ain't saying nothing to me. You're absorbing.
This should be self-explanatory.
I wish.
Thank you.
It should, but
that's not like. Why is this a number 2? Like, what? Who is not? Y'all should have been doing this shit even before COVID.
For sure.
Quiet as kept.
Almost everyone.
But did I lie? And this will be the thing.
I gotta grab the dough with my foot, my elbow. Like, girl, I gotta go find.
And hand sanitizer is not hand soap and water.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm saying I gotta go find sanitize because I gotta sanitize my elbow. Because, girl, I'm not touching the dough because I just washed my hands. No.
Rewind. Why are you sanitizing your elbow, though? What does that do?
Babe, I'm trying to open the dough. I'm not touching the dough.
I was like, wait, what? What's the sanitizer for the elbow?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching the dough with my washed hands.
You know, let me give a shout out to QT because QT got the bathrooms that got the little thing on the door that you put your foot on and you open the door like that. So shout out to them because they make it very
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
It's a kick.
Yeah, they have a little thing. You pop your foot on it, you open it.
I didn't know that. Chad, if only
when was the last time you used their bathroom?
And then I guess I'll shout out to In-N-Out because they do the drink machines. You don't even have to touch it. You just put your finger up near it and it releases the drink. It's very interesting. That was very... It took me a minute to figure out how to work it, but they just said just put your finger between the things, but don't touch nothing. I said, oh. And then it said, true. I was like, oh, come on, In-N-Out. Yeah, so it was cool.
And of course, they would have it at In-N-Out, and I'm gonna leave y'all marinate on that.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit took me a minute. It took me a minute to get it.
I thought all that it would be at In-N-Out. All right, and last but not least, one of the things that we got to talk about today, and I know it might offend some females and some men in the room, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Here we go. Pump It Up Gold. Now, I know that it's frigid outside and that, shut up, Bernard. So I know that it's frigid outside and I know that some of y'all are going to get upset. Y'all gonna be mad at me, and I'm gonna say it because I care, and I do not want you to come out look like you got frosted with pigeon shit on top of your head. To my friends, family, and foes, the ones that are around and no longer around, Pump It Up is your friend, but it can also cause you problems. First off, if you know it is 17 degrees outside in Texas. Bitch, why is you spraying your hair with Pump It Up before you go outside? Girl, you gonna walk out and go look like white sand all on top of your head. Why, Jesus? Fix us, Lord. That wave is not a wave, it's a cascade of sands on Florida's beaches. Don't do that. And that's tourists, aka Weekend Pearls. Top 5 of dealing with motherfucking weather here in Texas at this time. Hey, because I'm real as shit, that's just the fuck we are. That I'm saying, my job here was not to offend anybody, but our reality is reality. Because Pump It Up will hold your hair until Jesus come back. But
I'm still stuck on you gotta tell people to bathe.
Oh, hold on. We here. Do you not know it's a lot of people that walk around here that want to bust that thing down to the gristle and smell like a mule? No, that's not sexy.
You mean smell like one of them petting zoos at the fair or something?
Now, you should already smell that person if they smell like a petting zoo at the door. Now, if you smell like a petting zoo, I'm sorry. Look, Sammy Farms right there off 30. Nope. Nope. Unacceptable. Because if I can smell good, you can smell good. I'm sorry. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's the reason I always say, look, I got my oils and my moisturizers and my salts and all types of shit. It's the reason why. Because for one, I do love to smell good and I love smelling a certain way. I love it. But also, too, you know, if it comes down to bust down and, you know, you don't, first off, I want to smell like the smell that I want to smell like versus an off scent that causes distractions and problems. And it might lead to a different conversation. Like, well, you know what? Tonight just might not be your night. You went for a 3 and you at the free throw. So let's talk. No. Yeah, no. Hey, trick or treat. No soliciting. It don't work the same way. It just don't. Hey, on that note, I would cover the letter. Do y'all want me to cover the letter for I Think I Lost My Pearls? That's totally up to y'all. If not,
go for it.
We can get out. It's so much to unpack. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna switch screens. Y'all bear with me. Let me go into my email. So if y'all see me looking up, I'm actually reading it directly from the email. Okay, so bear with me. Hold on, let me get into it, child.
I really gotta get my hair redone.
Child, you and me both. Let me see.
Next week.
Next week?
No, it's so bad up here. Like I'm like, oh my god. But it's okay.
Oh, bear with me, y'all. Let me log in. I don't know why it kicked me out a while ago. Shit. Hold on, bear with me. Oh shit, here we go. All right, here we go. I just pulled it up, hopefully. All right, here we go. All right, dear Weekend Pearls, I got a problem and I need to share it with you. Girl, that's cute. Okay. I don't know. So the premise is I don't know if this male or female. I haven't read it. I just know I tagged it and went out my email. So we're gonna see. So here we are. I appreciate listening to the show. Shout out to everybody. And I know that some people haven't been back on and some have and new people, but needless to say, hello to everybody that's been in and out. Okay. Y'all rooting the hoe.
Okay.
Apparently somebody has really been watching the. So hey, somebody really has been watching. Hold on. And this wasn't my shade because I'm reading it from my email. Okay, well, thank y'all for watching and paying attention.
Okay,
look, I have hold on, here you go. I'm gonna show y'all what this looks like. I'm gonna show you. If anybody asks me anything else about this, you know what I'm gonna tell you right here. Where is it?
Hold on. Andy Cohen.
Hold on.
You hear a lie often enough.
Questions from the fans.
You hear it enough, you start to believe it. You hear a lie often enough. You hear it enough, you start to believe it.
I don't get it.
I do. We'll sidebar. Anyway, all right. So, dear Weekend Pearls, this is my problem. I'm gonna make it simple and brief. So, I work for Popeyes in New Orleans. Hey, New Orleans, what's going on?
Come on, Popeyes and yes.
So everybody that don't understand, Popeyes in New Orleans don't taste the same nowhere else. Okay, the ministry is set up. I am okay. So I'm going back to New Orleans this year. I just got to figure out when.
Somebody got to cook the chicken.
You absolutely right. But I tell you what, Popeyes chicken tastes so different in New Orleans than it do in
It does.
And red beans and rice have meat.
Yeah, they have sausages in it.
Oh my God, we are so bad. Okay, let me go back to that. All right, so she works at. She did say, okay, let me go on. I'm trying to see. Let me read. Let me see. Okay,
Just send me a box of chicken. Shit,
no, I'm trying to look. All right, so she said, I will say that I'm a lesbian, and this is a problem that I'm having right now. So my store manager is a man. The shift lead is a woman. So I got hired on by the man, and he was flirting, but the shift lead has been flirting ever since I got here.
Paul, shift lead is the woman or the man?
Yes, shift lead is the woman. Shift lead
who's
is
above who?
Manager. So the store manager is the
store manager would be above the shift lead.
Yeah.
So the man is the manager.
Store manager.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
The shift lead has been flirting with me ever since I got there, and so we finally had it out. And unfortunately, it happened to be at the location. Shit. Oh, here we go.
Okay. So she was flirting with the woman.
No, the woman, the shift lead was flirting with her.
But they're both women, though.
Yes, they are.
Right. Okay.
So. Okay.
What's the problem?
Next 4 lines. I'm gonna make it simple. So, long story short, the shift lead and the store manager used to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But
I thought the shift leader was a lesbian too, because they're hitting on each other.
No, I told you next 4 sentences throw everything off. So the store manager and the shift lead used to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but he knew that she messed around with women from time to time. But this is where everything goes wrong because my shift lead and I messed around at the location during our break. Well, what we didn't know at the time is that there was camera there, and so the store manager saw it. Now, this is where everything goes wrong. I've already been pulled in the office by my store manager, and he wasn't mad. He actually told me that he was actually surprised that we did it there at the store, but he asked what could he do to be in the middle of all this. Jesus, why I get this all fucked up shit. Now I'm stuck in the middle of all of this. I haven't told her that he knows, but I'm not sure if he's told her. So my question to y'all, because I know y'all already got some real fucked up answers, but maybe one of y'all will make sense to me. What do I do from here at this point? Should I just fucking quit? Or should I just see how this plays out? Sign, jumping jambalaya on my break. Okay.
You should quit, number 1. Number 2, this is exactly what your ass get for fucking up at work. This is exactly what your ass get. Number 3, there's no way out of this. You're fucked. Like, now, if you don't do it, he's probably going to fire you or treat you differently at work. And if you do it, it may work for a little bit, but then it's going to end up being a fucked up situation. So you might as well just go on to quit now. And it is your fault. I don't feel bad for you. Because you fucked at work. Fucking at work is adrenaline rushing. I get it. I totally get it. But there are consequences, and you got caught. So you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all.
Within the nature of that situation, within the nature of that situation, she need to take responsibility for the role that she played, and not point the finger at somebody else about look what happened. No, you did it. However, I would not quit my job. I'll get fired. That way you can get work, get unemployment.
That's very true. Very true. But he's not gonna fire her though. You know that. He gonna like He the type. The fact that he want to be in the middle of that shit, he the type that's gonna hold that shit over her fucking head and make her life miserable.
Both of them. I promise you,
He
both
goes,
of them.
If she say no, he gonna be like, "Are you gonna say no to me?" Bet. And
I'm not quitting my job. I'm not quitting my job. You gonna fire me so I can get unemployment.
He's gonna work. He's gonna do everything he can not to fire you, but still make your life torture.
Jumping jambalaya. Bernard, you got anything? Because you know your screen had blacked out. I wasn't sure if you still here with us.
Lord, I had to go to the closet, baby, with my anointing oil and my cloth, because baby.
I tell you, I wish y'all stopped sending me this stuff, because what am I supposed to do with this shit? Because y'all be living y'all best fucked up life ever. Like sometimes I can't dissect it because I be too conflicted. Like what? I love y'all chicken in New Orleans. Shit.
There's a downside. If he stays and tries to get fired, he can stop her from getting unemployment, because all he had to do is say, "Oh yeah, I caught her having sex with one of the employees."
He could do that.
That'll deny. She'll be straight up denied. However,
but I don't know if they can.
But the fact that he's asked for that
not.
favor though could fuck him up though. The fact that he's now asked for it, like to be in between it, she could use that back. So now he's already fucked himself up in that sense.
Exactly. You're not gonna push me down. We going down.
Yeah.
I mean, baby, start looking somewhere else.
Yeah, start looking, because you
do like a mother bird does.
Yeah.
Start taking your pieces from your nest and start building that nest somewhere else. And then when you get that good job, look, that's why you don't mess around where you make your money. You don't mess around where you make your money, because it can become awkward and it can become messy. I've seen it. As I used to, my first job was a fast food, and I seen it when the employees messed around, and then they messed around with somebody else. Yeah, it becomes real messy.
I messed around with somebody at work. It wasn't that bad. I just avoided them everywhere I went. If I know he works it over there, I go over this way. I go the long way.
I mean, I've done it plenty of times.
No, I can't. No, honestly, I can actually say I actually haven't.
It's an adrenaline for sure.
And I'm
because
thinking,
it's
like,
you don't know what you missed.
No, that's okay. No,
it's fun when it's fun, but when it's not fun,
I'm
it's
good.
not fun.
No, nope. You know, that's one thing I haven't. Now, have I had sex at work? Yes, I have. But have I?
I've done that too.
Yeah,
I actually haven't done that one.
I miss that office.
Where the hell
That
y'all work?
office was-
Y'all can have
that-
sex at work.
I know my
Downtown
office
hold on.
got cameras everywhere. I can't
Hold on.
do shit.
But no, I'm finna fuck you up. Downtown in Jackson Square, right across the street from McDonald's, right there in that building. It's right across from the Below building. I used to have an office there. Don't tell me
By the
about it,
library.
because-
Right there by the library.
No, not by the library. The library wasn't right there. No. You
Oh,
got
I
Jackson
think it's
Square, you got
Ross.
the parking lot, then you got Below across that parking lot. And then you got the convention center 2 blocks away. Right in front of Jackson Square is McDonald's downtown.
Look at the ceiling.
Then
You
got
in
the-
timeout.
Then you got the Earl Cabell building.
I got you.
You in timeout. Look at the ceiling. You in timeout.
I will tell you what, though, the Isley brothers got the best of my life, and tell you what, security didn't catch me. Hey, but nevertheless, tonight has been extremely eventful. I definitely want to give a shout out to Brother Calhoun that showed up and showed out on the episode. And I know that everybody like, damn, we had some very deep conversation. Yes, it was going to eventually happen because the way the layout was, it was inevitable. So definitely a shout out to Brother Darren Calhoun. Make sure to check him out on his website, Darren Calhoun. That's DARENCALHOUN.com. Plethora of talent in that individual, and make sure you go ahead and check him out as well. Quentin, thank you so much for joining in, and I'm so tickled you clicked on the link and said, fuck it, I'm gonna jump in this thing. Come on, you better be bathing in the spirit and giving us all these things. I'm excited to look. I'm so excited to have you. Like, that actually warmed my heart. Like, he jumped in the middle of this shit, because it was in so many places. It was so many places before you got here. So kudos to you for jumping in here and getting into the thick of things. And I definitely appreciate your point of view and you just being on here and being steadfast and who you are. Like, I love it, love it, love it. Hold on, let me see if the brother in Christ has responded, and he has not. So I guess I'm gonna have to make a phone call in a minute. HR was unfortunately unable to get back. I have confirmed that, but apparently it was truly technical difficulties because y'all saw it because it was cycling, doing all types of shit, and that was on 3 devices. So
nah,
I
they're
don't know what they
building a
got
case
going on.
behind the scene.
You know, actually, no. Believe it or not, no.
They're building a case behind the scene.
Oh shit, Chad,
That's how
that's
they
crazy. I've
do
been
it.
fired. You can't fire me from my own show. That's what
That's
you
how
can't
they
do.
do it.
Look, let's talk about. Can we talk about intellectual property? Can we talk about that today? Look, you have to make sure you got your ducks in order. But thank you, HR, for tuning in, jumping in. I wish you could have been a little bit more involved in the show, but I appreciate you for all the things that you sent in. The chosen one, of course, you know I love you to pieces. Glad you were on the show this evening. Long hair don't care. We know what it is because it's always the flick. It's the flick for me. It's always the flick for me. But no, you know I love you to pieces, always and forever. So glad you were on the show this evening as well. Chad, you did not disappoint whatsoever. You tickled the shit out of me always and forever. And to our brother in Christ. Right now, we just gonna pray that he don't. Our combative light bright in Christ. Let's go ahead and give a shout out and prayer for a brother David that is not here, but he's here with us in Spurl. And you know, I just checked on him. You know, he's a little angry, but we're gonna work through all those situations, and we're gonna solicit all the prayer warriors right now, the ones that are kneeling for the wrong reason, and those are at the altar call for the right ones. We just asking that you keep them holy, all right? And nevertheless, you already know who this is. This is your boy Terry. We probably got maybe 6 or 7 more episodes left before the end of the season. And for those that are curious at how season 5 is going to go. As I said before, I'm in the process of finalizing season 5 intro. But it will be a road trip with everybody that can go on the road trip. I'm not telling you our destination yet, but it will be a road trip. Needless to say, it won't be Houston. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. No, sir. No cat. No dog.
Are you absolutely sure that's the route you want to take?
Of course. Of course. Okay. But again, we can still reconvene at a later time.
I'm just saying, do you really want me in a car with you over 2 hours? Because are you really sure that's the route that you want to take?
That's fine.
Because you know, a flight could get us there a lot faster. I'm just saying, I'm not the nicest person.
So I can say this, but can't say this. But road trips allow us to do other things in the midst of a road trip that we can't do on the plane, because we can't do things on the plane because
like fight.
We'll get in trouble. We can't fight, number one. Chad, that's awful.
There ain't gonna be no damn fight for that. I know that's for sure.
But then on top of it too, we can't have the karaoke from we can't do those things on there. 3, we cannot indulge in the things that we would want to indulge in because they would not be allowed on the plane, because that came into play not too long, but you know, they let you do it one time, but then they didn't let you do it, and that's where they've been. So it's a whole bunch of things.
I've actually been told before that security is a good thing for me.
Well, I don't think I don't know if I'll need
it
security
keeps me
with us.
It keeps me in line. You don't want me out there. You don't want me out there free. You don't want me out there free. You don't.
But okay, so this is the thing. We will again. This will be a unified.
I'm crazy
decision.
as fuck. Okay, like you have to understand this.
I've known you for quite some time. Like I acknowledge that you're decent though.
And have we ever spent over 3 consecutive hours together?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And we're still friends. Okay. We'll see.
Oh my God. Really? At any rate, anywho, So again, that text thread will go out again. So for those that are watching, season 5 will be the beginning of something different, something new. It will start off with a road trip, and it will be a road trip that will be documented, and it might be edited, tweak some stuff, but that will be the beginning of the season. That's how we'll start it off, and then we'll go from there. We'll have a different roster per se, with other people added. Some people might not be returning, which is out of my control, but I'm excited to have who's coming along for the ride. And
I'm sure HR will let us know soon.
HR will definitely let y'all know. So I'm definitely excited about that. So again, we might have reoccurring hosts that come on. And then also too, I might just step back and do some different stuff, but we'll see. At any rate, I want to thank everybody that's tuned in this evening. This is your host, Turi. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. All things Weekend Pearls. That's Weekend Pearls with the Z. Again, you can hit us up. You want to be on the show. You got something to say. You trying to be funny. Send us a letter to I Think I Lost My Pearls. Hit us up at Weekend Pearls. And that's Weekend Pearls with the Z. Z as in zebra. Zebra as in zygote. Z as in zealous. My God, today. Some of y'all can't spell it. That's not my fault. Blame Webster. Nevertheless,
that's because some of you are stripes and some of you are spots.
That sounds like somebody's sheets that are not clean. On that note, please make sure. Look, cheetah print my ass. Them sheets ain't clean. You can go straight to hell. And first off, you slip inside on them sheets if you want to. Stains matter. Stains need to be clean, but that's the whole different
color matters.
And y'all stop walking around with these. Oh, no, okay, I can't do that. Wrong. I'm saving it for the next show. Anyway, thank you to.
No, say it.
No, I'm not.
Stop walking around with what?
Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, the chosen one. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Darren. Our brother in Christ, David. I guess I'm gonna have to FaceTime.
I have something to say.
Go ahead, the chosen one.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something. Okay, but I appreciate y'all being. Don't do that. I appreciate everybody being on the show. Quentin, you are more than welcome to always join in whenever you want to. Again, the same thing is extended to Darren as well. You're more than welcome to come back. Thank y'all for the good show. It was everywhere, but I'm so excited that the conversation took the turns that it did. Again, I think that a lot of times the conversations that we're having, other people aren't, and I'm excited to be a part of that. So kudos and thank you to each and every one of you all. I'm out of here. I'm going to go brush my hair and love y'all to pieces. Good night, goodbye, and I gotta pee. That's all.
I really do have a. I was saying I really do got a question.
I know I'm not blind.
Oh shit! What is the question?
Where the hair?